The top story tonight, and police are warning partygoers to be alert. The warning is targeted at men in particular. Police are urging men to be alert and stay cautious when offered a drink from any woman. Police say there has been a rise in complaints by men that women are using a date rape drug called beer.
Yeah, what's wrong with the beer we got? I mean, the beer we got drank pretty good, don't it?
It's reported that beer is used by female sexual predators to persuade their male victims to go home and have sex with them.
I ain't never heard nobody complain about the beer we have. It drank pretty good.
A woman need only offer a man a few units of beer before a man is rendered helpless and will soon often succumb to the desires to perform sexual acts on the most horrific-looking women whom they'd never normally be attracted to.
Budweiser. What's the name of some of them other beers? Budweiser and what else? Miller. Coors. It drank pretty good, don't it?
Victims have been swindled out of their life savings in a familiar scam known as a relationship. In the most extreme cases, the female may be shrewd enough to entrap an unsuspecting man into a longer-term form of mental and financial punishment known as marriage.
If you really want some film at 11, why don't you follow me down to the brewery? I'll tie a bowling ball to my ankle, dive in the vat of beer. I'll leave this world the same way I entered my marriage, dead drunk.
Yeah, what's wrong with the beer we got?
What do you guys give me if I kill that bird? Barbara, that's a bald eagle. Get away, Baldy! Yeah!
Good evening, everybody. This is the Wort with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel yet again tonight. We are also streaming on GovsRadio.com. Go ahead and click over to GovsRadio.com. There's a link about halfway down the page to tune into the live broadcast. Get your smartphones out. Get your smart TVs up and going for the YouTube channel. You can watch us live on there. Phone numbers, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. Tonight, we are taking the 10th call for free tickets to the AC Beer Fest, March 29th. So please make sure, A, you can go, and B, if you're the 10th caller, you're going to get those tickets, and we're going to get you some information and get your information and send them out to you. Let's get into our quick sponsorship. First of all, Pete, what's going on?
Hi.
If you're on YouTube, guys, you are seeing our guest today. We have Mark from Six Harbors Brewing in Huntington, Long Island. We'll get to him in just a few moments after our sponsors have been paid. So we take our calls live to the air every time they come in. If you do get on and you don't hear yourself speak right away, we put you on hold as we get through our next sentence so you're not interrupting in mid-conversation. So the Wort with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com, as I mentioned, and here's our sponsors. We are sponsored by Shirts on Tap. Go to shirtsontap.com, type in the promo code WORT, W-O-R-T, receive your first month's shipment for only $5.99, free shipping. After that, you'll get another additional 2 months for only $13.99. The regular price, I believe, is $18.99. So they give us a really good discount. Shirts on Tap. And by the way, what it is, you get shirts from breweries all over the country. And yeah, even though you haven't gone and visited and picked up the merch and picked up the swag, you can get stuff maybe from your favorite breweries in various areas like Colorado or San Diego and things like that. So if you really can't make it out there and you still want to wear their merch, there you go, shirtsontop.com. Also, let's talk about mybomberjackets.com. My Bomber Jackets, it's your one place to get your 16-ounce koozies. We have some 16-ounce beers on the table tonight. If we wanted to keep them extra special cold and it was hot out, which it is not, we can definitely throw on a 16-ounce bomber jacket. It is something that will keep your beer nice and cold throughout the time. Yes, I know. They just keep calling. Just hit it twice. Yeah, if you're on hold, I said just wait 1 second on hold on the phone, and we will get to you. I know we're looking for
No one's listening to you.
No, that's all right. I hope they can hear us. I'm pretty sure they can. So they better.
Someone's
once we
calling
start
to say, something wrong with the
Yeah,
audio.
wait. We just talked to somebody. So the mybomberjacks.com, go ahead and throw in the promo code WART15 to receive 15% off your order. Also, any orders over $30 or more receive free shipping. We have some brand new sponsors to the show. Want to talk about Brewers Hardware? They are now sponsoring us, Pete. They sent us a crap ton of swag, and Brewers Hardware is a really great place online.
What do they sell?
Do
they sell hardware for brewers?
Hardware for brewers. Home brewers, professional brewers, major market people, like Mark over here. Market. And they gave us some nice little treats for our brewer guests that we were going to give to them as parting gifts for being on the show, in addition to what we give them in regards to our swag. And we always appreciate them coming in, spending their time with us, and bringing us a lot of beer. And we always wanted to give back. So Brewers Hardware came up with this nice little concept. They donated a bunch of gift cards and stuff for the online store and some swag and stuff, so that's great. I appreciate them doing it. Really great guys over there. And then we have a couple up-and-coming ones. I want to just talk about them, even though they're not official just yet. When they're official, we'll release that information on our Instagram. The first one is Tap Handles. So taphandles.com does some really great custom tap handle work. You and I have been going back and forth about this, about what we wanted to do, a larger concept, and we're going to get there. I think these guys are really going to help us do that and provide us with tap handles that the show can then sponsor, and again, provide another avenue for our guests on our show to then be featured in various bars and relationships and networks that we've kind of established now. We want a big shout out to Effin' Beauty and the guys, and
looks like they're getting close.
Maria over there. I want to say all the guys, but guys like, unisex guys. We also, the guys over the Third Rail, and of course, Mark at Hopscotch, doing a great job promoting the show now, helping us out. No, that's still on hold. Thanks a lot for staying on hold this time. And yeah, that's the other line, huh? We're going to put you on hold. People are on the phone. Just stay on hold. We're going to get to you. And so, so the tap handle company is doing a great job. And then I want to give a quick shout out to Hartwell Wood Shop right here on Long Island. Hartwell does some really great custom woodwork. And they're coming up with a potential adapter that we've been talking about that could definitely provide us with a really cool concept. And again, another successful completion of this bigger idea that we're trying to do to create this nice relationship between us, the brewers, and the bars. So there we go. There's our sponsors for tonight. Did I leave anybody out? Do you think? No. We're pretty good. And with that, let's quickly get to the phone before we start talking to Mark. This is the Wort with Mike and Pete. Who do we got on the phone?
Line 3.
On line 3. Well, they don't know they're on line 3. So go ahead. Who do we got on the phone? And go. And they both hung up.
And they're gone.
All right, we'll get them back on there. They'll call back. Anyone that called into the phone line, I had to get through everything. There we go. This is the Wort with Mike and Pete. Who do we got? No? Okay, wait. There you are. Go ahead, talk. Yes, hello. You're on the phone. Mike and Pete, the Wort. Go. Hello?
Live radio.
Live radio. Go. This is great. Willie, is that you? Oh, boy.
See you later. Good talking to you. Thanks. Thanks for playing.
Is it possible they can't hear us? I don't see
You're
how.
the audio engineer.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, the only thing I could do is go over to the phone lines and see if anyone fucked around with those. But I did it twice. This is the Wort with Mike and Pete. Who's on the phone?
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
Maureen.
Maureen, how are you?
Good. Did I win?
You are literally probably the 10th caller, but we never took anybody to the air because no one wants to talk. So right now you're only
I'll talk.
You were you were the first caller, and thank you very much for calling in. Maria, where are you from?
Toms River, New Jersey.
You're from New Jersey. Nice.
Yeah.
And so, where did you hear about where did you hear about our show and what's going on with it?
I saw it on the Instagram for AC Beer Fest.
Nice. And listen, we really appreciate AC Beer Fest for basically reposting our show and basically helping us out because I don't know if you saw, Pete, but we're the only podcast that they so far have promoted that is going to be down there.
Way.
Yeah, we're going to be down there at AC Beer Fest broadcasting
Very nice of them.
with the Jersey Beer guys and part of the Hopped Up Network, which is a larger group of podcasts from all over the country. And we came up with this nice little concept and relationship with them. We sent in some information, and they approved us, and we'll be down there on Saturday, March 30th, for a live broadcast, and we will have that aired here. Are you going to be down there at all, or are you looking to get tickets to go there?
I'm looking to get tickets.
All right. Well, listen, you are our only first caller, So I do appreciate you calling in. No,
I hope not.
That would be very nice of you. I do appreciate that. But unfortunately, that's not how the radio call-in sweepstakes works.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Let's call it a sweepstakes.
It is it's a giveaway. That's what it is.
I like sweepstakes better.
So thank you very much.
Thanks, Maureen. Who are you looking to see at IAC Beer Fest? What breweries are you excited about?
There you go.
That are going there.
I like Bolero a lot. I like Icarus.
Mm-hmm. Icarus I've been to. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's near where I live, so.
Nice.
And
Oh,
I
so you're right
try
there.
Other ones. Yeah.
Now, my wife's cousin lives within 10 minutes of Icarus, so I feel your delight when you can just go over there for those releases. It's like, some of our breweries here. It's very close. It's one of those little areas, and they produce some really great beer.
Who's going to be that you have not had yet that you're looking forward to trying?
You know what? I have to look at the list again.
Maybe Six Harbors from Huntington, Long Island.
Yes, of Six Harbors. We have Mark from Six Harbors Brewery here in Huntington. He's in the studio with us.
All right.
Are you going to be at AC Beer Fest?
Maybe. We're not sure yet.
Oh,
We're
right.
only a couple of months old. We're still taking baby steps.
Yeah.
Very good.
That'd be awesome.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, thank you very much
Thanks
for
calling in, Maureen.
All right. Bye.
All right, Maureen. All right, we got rid of her. So with that, before the phones
aggressive.
start, I know.
Got rid of her.
No, I didn't know. I said
Buried in the goddamn backyard.
With that, we can move on from our first phone call, and hopefully people have already stopped listening in because they realized the phones weren't working, but they are. Obviously, we just took Maureen's call from New Jersey. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
No, thanks for putting up with this tonight because this might get interrupted, but we will do our best to try to stay the least amount responsible for any interruptions that we can. That'll be all our phone calls. We'll blame them.
A little phone challenging right now, but it's okay. We'll get there. We got a couple hours.
Yeah. Oh, we got as much time as you need to unravel what we're about to go through. And we're going to start with you and the brewery. So this is, like you said, a relatively new brewery. You're taking your baby steps. Give us a little bit of history, where this all came from and what's going on.
Sure. Well, it all started out in college when I couldn't afford to buy beer at the bars. So my roommate and I brought a kit, and we fermented in our closet, and we became the hit of the floor.
Let me ask you, what kit did you use?
Oh, gosh.
Was it like Mr. Beery or not Mr. Beer? What was it? Is that what it's called, Mr. Beer?
I think
Mr.
that's
Beers?
one of them.
All right.
Well, it's a long, long time ago.
Oh, okay. So it was much longer than one of the.
Probably still a twinkle in your mother's eye.
Oh boy, I'm almost 40.
Still a twinkle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So now we've dated
I was
ourselves.
beer.
There you go. And so you were at college, couldn't afford the heartache of buying beer on the weekly. So you brewed. Where did you brew? In like a house in a garage?
No, actually, we brewed in the dorms, and we went down to the commissary in the dorms. We stunk up the place, and everybody hated us.
Yeah.
But then about 2 weeks later, everybody loved us.
Yeah.
Do you know what was that first beer? Do you know what style it was?
It was a Mountain Berry Ale.
What is a Mountain Berry? Is it?
It was
a fruit
almost.
beer?
It was almost like. It's a fruit beer.
Okay.
We used berries and strawberries and whatever we can find from the.
So was it considered like a gruit, or was it still considered an ale base?
It was an ale base. It was a quick ale.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the first one, and then the second one we did was more of a straight ale. We just called it Ram's Butt.
I like that name.
And my sister was into. She's an artist, and so she just picture a ram's butt
ass
on the label.
Yeah. That's it.
Hanging.
Good time. We were hanging with the ram, yes.
All right.
Exactly. Had a lot of fun with it. So we made a lot of friends. The beer was, back then they didn't really have, heavy alcohol beers at the time from a kit standpoint.
Right.
So it was, 5.5.
4%, yeah.
5.5, something like that. But we had a lot of fun with it.
And so how long did that go for? Did you do it like all 4 years?
No, we just did it for a semester. And then, after just smelling up the commissary so much, they asked us to stop. But but the guys down at
I like how they asked you to stop and not just said, all right, you're on housing probation now, because that's what they do now. It's like, what did you do? You used a hot plate? That's against the rules. You're on housing probation. Like, what? They're very strict nowadays. I'm sure it was much more open and freeing back then, where you could just brew beer in your dorm.
Right. So that's how I got started.
Cool.
And then life got to get in the way. You graduate, you get married, you have kids, and you start a career. And about 10 years ago, I kind of came back.
Goddamn adulting.
You got to do something with that, right? So, but my kids, grew up okay, I guess.
Yeah. You did your best.
Nobody's in jail yet.
Yeah.
So
great.
It's pretty good.
Good.
So
yes.
They're
You've
probably
succeeded.
listening and don't get to jail now.
Okay.
Throw that in the win column.
Right. So we just kind of got back to it, joined a bunch of beer clubs back on Long Island, started with the kit and then started to go to Old Grain, doing some extract back and forth. And saw, just the explosion going on Long Island of all the guys just going, quote, pro.
Yeah.
A couple of guys from my clubs, guys from Barnshed, guys from Barry are there as well. My home brewing shop was Pete over at Home Brewing Hand Grenades.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
So it's still my main club, but I also belong to the other clubs on the island. And, I just learned a lot of tricks of the trade. It was a great experience hanging out with those guys, and their knowledge of beer is far beyond what I know. They're great, and I still use them as a resource.
Yeah. Well, we've learned a lot. Very collaborative group on the island. Everyone knows everybody. Everyone's willing to help out, share knowledge, and everything.
Yeah, it's very collegial. The industry itself. I mean, there was when we were kind of getting started and getting our stuff together, and we didn't have a couple ingredients that were delivered to us, and so I called up Rick over at Great South Bay, and I needed some chemicals. Like, yeah, come on down and get it. And so I'm like, what do I owe you? Like, don't worry, you'll get us back. I'm sure there's something that we need at some time.
Yeah, at one point or other.
Over at Harbor Head, we didn't have our right hose, and they had the hose that we needed. Went over there, over in Northport, and picked it up and brought it back. We had the malt man doing some canning for us early on. And,
cool.
And, just you call guys up and like, yeah, I get it. Come on over, get it.
Yeah, we found that throughout the years, it's one big, strong community here on Long Island. Strong Island, as they say. Yeah, I know. That's douchey. Hold on. This is The Word with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Who am I talking to on the phone?
Michael.
Yes, sir.
I told you it was a good thing that you got Ray Romano to be on the show tonight.
Yes. There it is.
You know how many times people tell me that?
Yeah.
Honey, what are you talking about?
This guy sounds like...
Yeah, we does sound like that, yes.
Oh, shut up.
There it is. Hi, buddy.
Hi, Graz.
Where's my... Hi, Pete. Go fuck yourself.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Grazzi today, host of Limo Talk here on GovsRadio.com. How was the show last night? How'd it go?
We did really well.
I heard it sucked.
You guys got us up 45 minutes after we were about to start.
Who's this we shit?
You and Rich.
Oh, okay.
Were on the phone, weren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Not only... Listen, it's your studio, man. Get your shit together.
My shit's together. I'm in here. Everything's working to 100%. So
I don't want to talk to you.
Who do you want to talk to?
All right, I want to talk to the brewer.
This is Mark from Six Harbors Brewing Company in Huntington.
Or Ray.
Or Ray.
You could call him Ray.
Hey, Mark, what's happening? How's everything?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. In about a half an hour, 45 minutes, that whole show's going to change it a little bit because I'm going to show up and say hi to you.
Okay.
And we're going to become good friends, and those two are not going to like me.
No, that's not true.
We'll make sure all the beer's gone before then, Graz.
I'm going to start chugging now.
What caller am I?
You are the second caller, Anthony. Thank you very much for calling in.
You're the shit caller.
Right.
You're number 2.
You know what? When I get in the studio, man, I'm going to fucking punch you right in the face.
All right. Thanks
See you
a lot.
soon, precious.
See you in a little bit.
Goodbye. Bye,
Bye.
Mark. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you too.
Goodbye, Anthony. Anthony Grazzi Day, host of Limo Talk here on GovsRadio.com. Give us a call, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. We are taking the 10th caller. We're up to caller number 2. You could be caller number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll win the tickets. Mark, let's go back to you as the phones keep doing it. So we homebrewed, part of the Beer and Malt Enthusiasts. What made you choose this location, the Huntington location?
Well, you guys have brewed beer. You know how it takes a hell of a long time to make beer. You can, it takes the same amount of time to make 5 gallons of beer as it takes 500 gallons of beer.
Right.
But a lot of times you're doing a lot of cleaning, right? You're sanitizing, cleaning, and perhaps we made a beer at the same time. Right?
How about that? Something came out of all that.
After all that work, we made some beer. But I live in Huntington.
Okay.
And the beauty of this, I live 4 houses away.
Fucking A.
Good for you.
Jesus. So the sanitizing, cleaning, you don't really have to be around for. You're like, hey, you got some interns and people that really want to be part of it. And
it's amazing when we were doing the build out, how many people come out of the woodwork and
Yes.
say, hey, you need somebody?
We'll work for beer.
We'll work for beer or just a little bit of beer or
Right.
some sort of beer or any leftovers that you have. Broken cans, cracked cans, we'll just take a straw and drink off the floor if we could.
how many of those people actually panned out? That'd be the good question. 0. That's the thing about wanting free beer. It really doesn't present yourself as someone who's going to be reliable in the end if you're constantly trying to get beer in you instead of doing the hardships. And that's what people really I don't think understand right away. I mean, if you're part of the groups, you'll see more of that, especially when you visit breweries and talk to other brewers. How much of the job is not actually the brewing? It's actually a lot of the cleaning and the grunt work and the ordering and the business part. So much more of that. I would say 60, 65% is that,
Closer,
as opposed
probably, in my world, probably more like 75%.
Wow. Yeah, it's
a lot.
It's more than just getting that thing out and saying, "Cool, nice beer." You know.
Yeah. So you brew a beer, you got to clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
You're the custodian. You know, you got to lock up at night. You got to do the books. You got to pay employees. You got payroll. You got business insurance.
Right.
Oh, by the way, you got to pay. For the building. We were lucky. We were able to buy the building.
Okay.
So
and that would be my next question. Yeah.
We didn't want to be hostage of if and hopefully we're successful of. Then having to, be hostage to an owner who wanted to raise our rates after say
just because they see success.
Right.
I agree.
Exactly. So my brother-in-law's actually got a brewery in Brooklyn called Greenpoint Beer and Ale.
Oh, you get out of here! Greenpoint is
Greenpoint is is my brother-in-law.
Fucking A.
Ed Raven. Yeah.
Well, get him out of here.
Ed. Yeah.
I didn't know. We could invite you both in, and you had a little family party.
There you go.
Awesome. I enjoy some of the Greenpoint beers. They're delicious.
They I haven't had them yet. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah, there's some great. And my buddies have been up there a few times, and they said it was really good. Some of the stuff in the tasting room and everything has been awesome. It's harder to find the cans out here because it's more of a city-based beer, but there are plenty of distributors that go outside of the box than just our local, but more like Long Island local and pull in Queens and Brooklyn.
Some of the guys will actually drive to the breweries and
pick up.
I've had a guy from Smithtown come to my brewery to pick up the cans.
Nice.
Because we're self-distributing. We're really, quite frankly, about 98, 99% of our beer is sold over the counter at the tasting counter right now.
Wow.
We can't make it fast enough at this time.
Right. And that's a good problem
to have.
I
like to have that problem.
All the time. This is the word Mike at PeteGubsRadio.com. Who's on the phone?
Hi, this is Carrie Moynihan.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Thanks a lot for calling the show. You are a third caller. Where are you calling from?
I'm actually currently in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
You're in Philly. Look at that. We're reaching across state lines with New Jersey.
Is that legal?
We're
Pennsylvania.
We're multi-state.
That's right.
Yeah, my friend actually just texted me and told me about the thing, and I listen to you guys all the time, obviously, and I just wasn't around right now, and I was like, oh, no, I missed it, and I called you guys.
Nice.
And then I got it.
Yes, you are our third caller, unfortunately, though. The tickets are for our 10th caller.
Oh, lame.
I know, very lame. Yeah, well, I don't think that's, again, not how the sweepstakes works.
Oh, yeah. I'm also, not paying attention.
So let me ask you a question. Do you live down in Philly?
No, I live in Toms River, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So how is the beer in and around that area? What's your favorite brewery?
My favorite brewery right now, I'm at Somo in Manayunk, which is kind of like a borough of Philadelphia.
Okay.
And they just had some good cocktails. I don't know. I think I just had a wit beer.
Ooh.
That was for sure.
A good wit. Mark, have you ever produced a wit? In fact, he's just searching around for the wit on his beer that he brought in here.
There's a blueberry wheat beer, I think.
Hey, come on, you got it. So this is Mark. He's from Six Harbors Brewing Company in, there it is,
the
Cow Harbor Wit.
Yes.
Belgian wit.
Belgian wit. He is brewing beer here in Huntington, New York. Have you ever been up to Long Island?
Yeah, I have, for sure. I work there, actually, all the time.
Nice. All right.
Where at?
Further from home. I had a couple modeling gigs.
Okay.
In Long Island, and then right outside Long Island, Elma area near all the Hudson and stuff.
Yeah, the Western Nassau area.
Yeah, you got it.
There it is. Over by, like the South Shore Hospital and LIJ and things like that.
Faux show.
Yeah, there it is.
You're there.
Can I ask you a personal question? Are you smoking tonight?
No, not at all.
All right. So you have that.
I actually just had a lot of wings.
Ah, there you go. That's what it is. It's the food coma that you're working on.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure. It's as if I smoked and then ate a lot.
Yes, there it is. That's the one. That's what I was going for. I'm very familiar with that type of situation.
Ew.
All right, listen, thank you very much for calling in. We really appreciate it. If you do end up going to Beer Fest, come check us out. We'll be there on Saturday, and we will be there hosting a show and going around taking interviews, so come on by and say
drinking.
Hello. And
I want to emphasize that part.
Are you giving out free beer?
We're not serving beer. We're not brewers. We are just radio hosts.
Okay.
So, but we will have people.
Promotion.
Oh, okay. No, we will. We'll definitely have some friends down there. We've made some contacts, and we'll have some interviews, and we can introduce you to some people.
Sick. Thank you so much, guys. See you there.
Thanks for calling. Holla. Well, that was interesting. I like that one.
I think it was the wit.
It was the the wit got to her. The wit got to her. Give us a call, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. Also on our YouTube channel, streaming live, govsradio.com. Let's get back to Mark. I told you we won't lose sight of what we got going on tonight. I know it's going to be a lot of, but we'll get there.
So getting back to my brother-in-law.
Yes.
He's been in the business for, probably over 30 years.
Wow.
He was a minority owner with Brooklyn Brewery, with Steve Hindy and those guys. Then he went off on his own, and he started importing a bunch of beers. He was the first guy to bring Sierra Nevada to the East Coast.
Yes, I remember when it hit out here. It was like, what is this thing?
That was him. So he did that whole distribution business. He brings in Goffel, Jaeger, regular beers from Germany, about 150 kegs a month over there. He's got a beer store in Brooklyn, and then about 5 years ago opened up a brewery. So he's kind of got 3 legs to the stool going.
Does he still operate the store and the distributing and everything?
Does. So they just closed down their brewery because they have to move their location.
I heard that.
Hence, part of the story was that they converted an old plastic bag factory, and Williamsburg and Greenpoint is just exploding with the rents and stuff like that. So his building got bought. They bought the building for like $40 million.
What?
But he had like a 10-year lease, so they gave him a great buyout.
Okay.
But his rents went up fourfold
to
the new place. And he had great rent, and you just got to sell a lot of beer.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get caught in that trap. I looked at a lot of places in Huntington.
Yeah.
And
I would assume the real estate up there is pretty.
Yeah, because of the nature of the
get
town
pretty spendy.
and the nature of just the
like
Gold
a destination.
Coast.
Yeah, it's a destination location. A lot of people go there. You have the Paramount there now. You got Cold Spring Harbor Labs. So rent is not cheap, but they want you to pay for everything. I mean, redo the whole place. If the roof leaks, you pay for it. Air conditioning breaks down, you pay for it. I'm like, well, what do you guys pay for? Nothing. We just collect the rent.
Nice. That must be nice.
And there's actually one place in the village that also takes 7% of the gross.
What?
Yes.
What kind of deal is that?
It's not a deal.
That's a shit. How would you take that deal? I wouldn't. You must be making so much money you can afford to just drop 7%.
You are going to get the foot traffic there. So
you are, right?
I mean, if you have the right type of business, I'm sure that can,
and
work in your favor.
I know the guys that are in there, they're doing a great job. They're doing, a fantastic business. They get great food, and all the power to them. But I tell you, so my whole business model is after taking a look at that, I came across this building and had the opportunity to buy it.
Yeah.
And I said, boy,
you got to
kind of control your destiny on the rent portion.
That makes sense. Now, for people who are familiar with Huntington, let's say I'm standing at the four corners of 110 and
Main Street.
Well, that is Main Street, isn't it?
Well, 110 is New York Avenue. So it goes north and south. Main Street goes east and west.
East and west is Main Street. Yeah, you're right. 25A is what I was looking for. Yeah. So 110 and 25A. Yeah. So where are you located to that if I'm standing somewhere on that corner?
So if you are on the north or the northwest corner.
Okay.
Where Rose's Pizza is, right?
No, that's a little
that's
more.
west, right.
Yeah, you're by the Loft.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
The Loft, and then you got the
on your way to the bookstore there.
Right, the book review.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We are 2.5 blocks down the street going north
on
right? 110
by that Burger
on the
King?
same time, right next to Burger King.
That's right. Okay.
Next to Burger King and the fire department.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You're right there.
Yeah. Terry went there. She got some beer from there.
And
over the summer.
My wife actually same thing. She came by the brewery and picked up a couple 4-packs for me for either Father's Day or something like that, and I really enjoyed what I got. I haven't. Yeah. Every time I go up to Huntington, it's usually at nighttime. So
he's open late.
Yeah, you are.
Well, listen, we're one of the few breweries that we're open 7 days a week.
Yep.
We open up at 1 o'clock and we close at 10 o'clock Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday till 12 o'clock. Sunday till 8.
Wow, Friday, Saturday at 12. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shit, we should have definitely walked in. I mean,
so in the summertime, we get a lot.
I thought it was more like a 8 o'clock weekday, 10 o'clock weekend thing. Mm-hmm. But you are very close to the hub, so you might as well stay open.
Yeah,
and
the town gave us approval on staying open late, and we took advantage of it. And so, the nice warm nights, people just walk down from Main Street, great. We have our own parking lot as well, so we get 20 stalls. People can drive there. We have
I got plenty of
quick
space.
rides.
And I'm sure Burger King's open late if you get the munchies.
So yeah, absolutely. We get a lot of you can bring your own food in, and we see a lot of Burger King bags in our garbage
of
house.
course.
Yes.
Do you guys have food trucks and stuff to stop by? Are you into
Not
that?
yet.
Or?
We're not really into that so much. We've really kind of been trying to partner with the restaurants, and we have
good.
about 5 restaurants within 100 yards of us.
Yeah.
Right? So we're trying to put together a menu from those restaurants that we can have at our place where they can order from us.
Right.
Like they're
And
ordering
have the food
from
show
us
up.
and have the food, kind of walked in
Nice.
from the restaurant. And then this way we don't have to pay. It comes in a nice cardboard box, finger food.
Right.
They're done with it, throw it in the garbage.
Got it.
We don't want to be in the restaurant business. We want to kind of help our partners in town.
Absolutely, yeah.
thrive because they pay a ton of money in rent.
Yeah.
And we're in the part of town that we kind of renamed Noma, which is called North of Maine. So we're creating a website and a newsletter, and the businesses in this part of town are kind of going to be called Noma. We have a lot of apartments coming in.
Yep.
New businesses coming in this part of town, and we're pretty excited. So we're kind of like one of the first ones there. We feel like a little bit of an outpost.
Right.
But it's only a block and a half.
Yeah, it's really
it's
not
like it's so far a walk, but people are like, oh my gosh, it's a block and a half. I can't believe I had to walk that far. I'm like,
well, then you probably
have
need
you
a
ever lived
beer.
in
You need a
Manhattan
beer.
before?
You gotta have a beer.
Come on, I used to work 30 blocks to go to a restaurant.
Jesus Christ. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break.
Sure.
And then we'll crack some beers and we'll get into that. Before we go, quick question. If I were to walk in today, what do we have on tap?
We have 10 beers on tap.
Okay.
A wide variety from wheat beers to wit beers to imperial stouts on nitro, IPAs, pilsners, lagers, and sour.
Oh,
And
It's
you
really
brewing- still-
actually it's really called a goes.
Okay.
But I call it a sour because nobody on Long Island, except for beer geeks, know what a goes.
Correct.
And they
couldn't tell the difference even if
I go like a what?
I know I've seen it. I don't know what is the difference between a goza and a sour.
It's it's just the way you make it. It's I don't want to go into
okay.
it. It's just it's different. It's easier just to call it a sour.
Yeah.
Just because
It's the hot thing, too, when people are like, oh, well, I'm drinking sours tonight. Yeah, they're going to see sour as opposed to goes, and they're like, meh.
We were
They'll
drinking
skip
sours
over.
in Brooklyn 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It just hasn't come out to Long Island.
I feel like gozas are trying to start.
They're trying. Yeah,
that's-
we're trying to follow the footsteps. I mean, Brooklyn is becoming the mecca of the East Coast now these days for beers.
Absolutely.
And they're making some great stuff in there. So people are going in there, checking out, and they're coming back out. Long Island's got a ton of breweries now. As you know, Suffolk County's got over 30 breweries already happening. I think it's one of the biggest counties in the state with breweries these days.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guys making some really great stuff on the island, and people just got to go and visit them.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. This is The Word with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. We will be right back after this.
Govs Radio.
This is The Wort on Govs Radio. Govs Radio. This is the Wort on Govs Radio.
We're back. This is the Wort with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Give us a call, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. Streaming live on YouTube, streaming live on GovsRadio.com. We also have our replays, by the way. They will be up tomorrow. We can find it on, you ready? iTunes. All right, iTunes.
Hopped Up Network.
Hopped Up Network.
YouTube.
Spotify.
Laughable. GovsRadio.com.
And on rotation at GovsRadio.com. Goddamn, Pete.
I didn't know it was a fucking pop quiz.
Yeah, no, well, it's pop quiz. Pete, where the fucking people find us? I'm sorry, I'm cursing.
Pop quiz, asshole.
I apologize. All right, I got all excited. The Red Bull's finally kicking in. I need to mellow the Red Bull out with some alcohol. During the break, Mark was telling us a little bit about what your plans are here to do something with the brewery. Before we go into that, pick a beer, any beer you'd like to start with, and let's start a little tasting and see what we got here.
Let's go with the Nathan Hale Pale Ale.
Love a pale.
All right, so one of the things that we do...
I love rhyming.
We're Six Harbors. We're Six Harbors for a reason.
Okay.
And I didn't even hear that.
No.
Went totally over my head. Right? So we're called Six Harbors because there's 6 harbors in Huntington.
Okay.
So what we do is we name a beer after each of the harbors.
Okay.
So
that's why there's Lloyd Harbor.
I'll put it out there if in the next 2 minutes somebody can call in and name all 6 harbors.
Holy shit! If you're listening, what's the reward?
4-pack of beer down at my place.
Ooh, boom. Okay, so Mark just laid down the gauntlet in the next, let's say 5 minutes, because
5 minutes, that's fine.
We'll say the next 5 minutes.
I just want everybody going on the internet going, oh, what's all
right? All right, that's true too.
You know what I mean? It's like,
well, it's still kind of cool though if they could. All right, so next 5 minutes, if you can call in 516-465-3990, name all 6 harbors in Huntington, New York, you will get a 4-pack from Mark at his brewery at the Six Harbors Brewery, located right down the block from all these 6 harbors. And before you start naming them all, and hopefully someone could call in, there you go, there's Mark's. Tell us a little bit about this Pale Ale. So is it a flagship? Did we start with this? Like, is this
This is actually a brand new beer. We came out with it less than 2 weeks ago.
Get out of here.
It's made with, it is. It's a brand new beer for us. It's made with Amarillo and Centennial hops, dry hops.
Smooth, yep.
It's really, really smooth. A 5% beer.
Nice,
easy drinking pale ale.
All day kind of.
It's you know what? I don't want to call it the all day IPA, but it's something like that.
Oh, it doesn't have the intense hop profile that all day has. It's because it's a pale ale. It's not really an IPA. So
exactly.
Yeah, very smooth, very nice. Like the color, like the consistency. People online looking, they can see. You like that, huh, Pete?
Yeah, it's got some good flavor on the back end. Like you said, nothing that's intense.
Nothing intense. We wanted to make it kind of a little bit.
Drink
easy.
17 of.
Yeah, almost all day.
Get shit faced and punch a stranger. No, we don't promote punching strangers after drinking 6 Harbors. Well, I know you do, but not after drinking 6 Harbors. After another brewery that we haven't had on the show yet, that we don't want to worry about offending yet.
How about Blue Point? I sincerely doubt Blue Point's
they'll ever be on the show. All right, so 7 optical illusions and then punch somebody in the face, and we're good. We still do like Blue Point. It's just you're right. I think they're way too big for us. Way too big for us. Not that we wouldn't want them on.
Fuck yeah,
we'd have a great time. I just don't think they'd ever be like, "Who's this? Get the fuck out of here."
I don't think they. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when they got millions of dollars coming in, where they,
I'm excited to see the new place though.
Yeah. So you saw that video online. It looks like a carousel of fun. That's what it looks like.
Turning a small college into a brewery
sounds awesome.
Sounds great.
It's a beautiful
Fuck learning.
They should run with that idea.
Yeah. That's just
we shut down higher learning so we could serve you more beer.
That should be their logo. Blue Point. Fuck learning. Just right on the glass. People are like, what is this? I don't want to learn. I just want to drink this. So give us have you made a pale before that, or is this one of the first ventures into it, or is this just like an ongoing?
Actually, I made a pale a long time ago at one of my home brewing clubs with one of the guys who is has a brewery out in Bellport.
Sunrise?
Now Sunrise.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We had him on the show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Brian?
Brian, right.
Brian, yeah.
So I went to Brian. I was trying to clone the 4 Points Pale Ale. It was one of my favorite beers. So, went to my little Smith Beer Almanac and started playing with around some stuff and going on the internet and trying to find,
the approximation.
Approximation, whatever you can, and started playing around. We built what we thought was a pretty good beer at the time for a pale ale.
What'd you call it? Was it Huntington related?
You know, I didn't really call it anything.
Oh,
it was too quick to drink.
Pale Ale number 7.
Yeah, we just drank it really fast and have a name to call it.
There it goes. Name's gone.
Yeah, name was gone. But you know, I kind of, me personally, I do like a lot of wheat beer, pilsners, lagers. I kind of like to build those beers because they're harder to make. They're harder to.
It's more of a challenge.
You can't
hide anything. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you can't hop it up with, you know, in like my deep mayhem, which has 9 hops.
Wow.
9 dry hops into it. And that was just done because.
I want to hear how that goes. I'd love to hear that brewing process.
It was my kind of chaos and my black IPA all kind of joined forces together.
I love a black IPA.
But so this was like kind of, I guess, technically my second pale ale that I made. Great beer, love it. People love it. Nice, easy drinking.
This is like
got a little bite to it, but not too much.
This is something I feel like if I had, you know, eating a plate of wings, this is what I would want to wash.
Yeah,
the subtle out in the spice to go along with that. Yeah.
No, just something nice and easy to drink.
Right,
Nothing.
and not a heavy mouth blow up from a pale ale.
Right.
Yeah. So goes
I like
well.
that.
Yep.
I also like wings. They're delicious. So you think that with this and the success of this, you'll probably end up venturing more into mass producing it, or for your size, mass producing it?
We'll see. I mean, the only thing that we're kind of mass producing right now, believe it or not, is our blueberry wheat beer.
I believe that.
Kind of has become our flagship beer. We've probably brewed that about 7 times now.
Wow.
Since we've been open. We opened up in May. We thought it was going to kind of be like a spring-summer beer for us.
Yeah.
But when we kind of ran out of it and people saying, hey, do you have blueberry today? And we said, no, sorry, we'll have it next week. They would just walk out. They wouldn't stay for another beer. They wanted the blueberry beer. That's all they wanted. People would text us. People would call us. People would, you know, contact us via email saying, where's blueberry? You got blueberry for us. So we made a conscious decision that every time that we have to, you know, put something up there, we're going to make blueberry as well.
It's got to fill a tap.
It's got a permanent tap now.
Now, is that? Did you bring one of those with you?
I did.
All right, let's try that now that we're talking about it. Might as well.
I'm not surprised that's something that would be a hit. But I would expect that's more of a summer. It's not the first thing I would think of drinking.
When we were talking about sours, goes, saisons, those to me are like more summery along with a pale.
Yeah.
And when you have a wheat, that ends up becoming one of those things that I think that it not only attracts the men, but especially the women to be with their men at the brewery. So here I am in Huntington. I'm with my wife. She actually turns to me and goes, get me something that I'd like. So I have to look at the board and say, all right, does she like the wheat? Is she going to like a pale? She likes pills too. So I think just recently we went to some breweries down in Florida. And wow.
4.9.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And so we went to Fort Myers Brewing, and she said, you know, find me something on the board that I'd like. And I ended up, I think, getting her the Pilsner. And it's because it's light. There wasn't anything super fruity up there. You would think, though, being in Florida, they always have something like, you know, light and fruity, but the Pils is what they go with. And it was good. It was a very good beer. She enjoyed it. But I think that helps to have that something on the board there for the women who aren't hardcore beer drinkers that are going in there with their guy that wants to go drink, you know, good craft beer. That's a big get. That's for sure.
It's amazing.
A lot of blueberry flavor.
Believe it or not, this is it got some really good blueberry flavor in this. We make it pretty subtle than a lot of blueberry beers that are out there.
That's not over the top.
It's by design. Because I've drank a lot of beers, and at the very end, I felt like I drank a blueberry, not a beer.
Right, and you're burping up blueberries all day, you know, whatever that is.
It's horrible. So, you know, we have guys go, I don't drink fruit beers, and they come back for a second pint.
Because it wasn't over the top fruit. Yeah,
no, it's just very subtle.
Like a Sea Dog or even like a Blue Point. Their blueberries.
I like blueberry ale.
I know, I do. I don't drink a lot of them.
Yeah. It's a once in a while treat.
This I would have no problem drinking.
You can drink it all day.
Yeah.
And I would never feel like I was, you know, bombarded with the blueberry over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Where do you get the blueberries for this?
Blueberries, we use a organic puree.
Okay. Purees are easier to work with, I guess.
Very much easier to work with, yeah. And we do it more on the way back end when we're done with fermentation. We do it at the very end as a back flavor.
How do you get the color? So I would imagine blueberry puree is dark blue, purplish in color. How do you What does that do for the color in the beer?
We don't touch it at all. It's just that because we're very subtle with it. We don't overdo it over the top, and it doesn't change our color complexity.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So it's just enough for the flavor, not enough for the color.
That's all it is. It's just that it's a wheat beer with a subtle hint of blueberry in it. Just to kind of give it a little bit backwash in your mouth, and that's about it.
Now, how are you adding the purees? Just straight out of a bucket, or your cheese bag, or
nope, out of a bucket?
And it's just straight in there.
Straight in there.
So then you have to do some sort of filtering process to get the the raw rinds out of there. Or something.
Well, no, it's pureed out. So it's
it's completely water.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not completely water. It's
like a thick syrup.
It's a thick syrup.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Exactly.
So it's already been kind of strained. Right. That's what I was going with.
But then we'll use a clearing agent to help attach while it's floating the beer.
Right.
Right. So during our maturation process, we'll put a organic chemical in.
Okay.
That will attach to all the organic particles, and it'll clear out
that
the beer.
settles down.
Right.
It breaks them down, doesn't it?
Well, it just settles it down. It kind of adheres itself to any dead yeast, any hop residue we have.
Oh, that makes sense.
And the blueberry puree, and just settles it
and
down.
And that settles
at
with the tank, right?
And we do another yeast dump.
Got it.
As we call it.
So to
clear it out.
So basically, just pull off the tank. Whatever's at the bottom above the nozzle is just going to get drained out.
No, we just give that to the employees.
Oh, okay. There you go.
They like it.
Hey, of course.
It's free beer.
Yeah, exactly. They were there for the free beer to begin with, so might as well.
You can put a straw in and it'll stand up straight.
That's a little much too much. But this is delicious. And so, what's the base of this? Are we using a pale ale base or just a wheat? You said a wheat base.
It's a wheat base, just straight wheat base. Little German carapils in it, and and away we go. US-05 yeast.
Okay.
So.
And so simple. How would it change if I were to switch up the yeast to something a little more, flavorful that would have a more or a larger impact on the blueberry or counteract that, or have you experimented with different yeasts for that? Or
we haven't, because it came out so good the first time. We're afraid to touch it.
No. So this was
this one we don't play with at all.
You did it, and it was a hit, and that's it. I mean, we're not going to.
And we played around. We have I didn't bring it with us tonight, but we have a Captain Blood Orange. It's a wheat.
I do like blood, yeah.
But it's over the top because we kind of say the blueberry's subtle, but Captain Blood's in your face. And you're drinking,
blood orange. Yeah.
Right, but we do it in a wheat. We don't do it in a pale. We don't do it in an IPA. We just, once again, it's that sitting on the porch after mowing the lawn. You're hot and sweaty, and you want a nice, cold, crisp beer.
It's hard to imagine now with it being so shitty out.
It's my favorite beer.
But down in Florida,
after I get done mowing the lawn, that's my favorite beer.
Yeah, go right.
Whatever I'm drinking when I'm done mowing the lawn.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever it is, nice and cold.
Yeah,
and we do it. And so I thought it was too much blood orange.
Okay.
Over the top. I tried it and passed it out. Just did taste testing with a bunch of customers and don't touch it.
Yeah,
and we left it.
They love it.
Yeah.
Huh.
So. Same thing. So we use our base, wheat, and then we take some half and do blueberry, the other half we do blood orange.
Oh, cool!
So we kind of get two beers out of the one tank.
So let's talk about your setup. So what are you outfitted? We already talked about it. You look at me like, what are you doing? Nope. We talked about this already. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Curious.
So what's the what do you got for equipment? What are you packing over there? Huh?
We're packing a 10-barrel fermenting system.
Okay.
And we have a little tiny pilot system, about 30 gallons.
Okay.
So what we do that's completely different from anybody out on the island is that we develop our base recipes, and I work with a buddy of mine down in New Zealand.
Ooh.
And so we go back and forth on the recipe. We talk about it. Brian Watson, genius down there, friend of mine, and he makes my wort for me.
Really?
Yeah, because the town of Huntington wouldn't allow me to have a whole brew system into the building, so I kind of had to change up my whole setup.
How does that work?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm confused now.
Yeah.
So
I'm still confused myself with that. So we have a small, little pilot system that we work up, and then I send my stuff down to New Zealand. We go back and forth. So I have a base wort that's made with New Zealand water.
Okay.
New Zealand grain, German grains, New Zealand hops.
Okay.
Sent to me. I infuse it with my Huntington water, my New York hops or hops around the country or
Right.
hops on my property because we grow hops right on the property as well. We grow enough
Oh,
hops
cool.
to do about 20 barrels of beer, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Which
Now,
is
would that
40
count?
cakes.
Would that count as part of your farm license if you were using hops you grow in the backyard?
Yeah, but it's also have to use the grains too, so
Right.
it's not enough.
Right. Yeah. No, it wouldn't be
by
enough
weight,
to
right.
satisfy the
Yeah,
60%.
60% now.
But
that's
would
up
it
there.
count towards the 60?
No.
That's kind of
No.
Because you're not buying it from somewhere else.
No, because you're not getting it from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
weird.
you can't do that. So, but you know.
Interesting.
It is what it is. Yeah.
So-
we're still working on it. So we bring it back to us.
Yeah.
You know, we take it and we do the second half of our process, right? So we take it, we infuse Huntington water, we infuse our hops, we use our different yeast strains and varieties there.
Okay.
Any adjuncts we want to add to that. We let it sit for 14 to 30 days, depending on the variety of beer that we're making. We're going to dry hop it using local hops or hops around the country. Double dry hop it, and then we're going to let it sit. We're going to take our readings. We're going to carbonate it. We're going to test it. We're going to keg it, and then we're going to serve it.
Wow. So I there's so many questions that popped up along the way as you're speaking. Let me see if I can formulate at least two of the questions that I was thinking of. The first one is, what kind of containers are we using to ship to another country on a different part of the globe? Literally probably the opposite side of the earth.
Pretty much about as far as you can get away from where we are here.
Yeah.
So we're using these, they're boxes, but inside the boxes are little pods that we call them.
Okay.
They're really high density, for lack of a better term, plastic bags that are
Like a beer ball?
Like
that kind of?
No, though, because the plastic is fungible. It's squeezable. You can,
okay.
It's just, think of a hefty bag.
Okay.
Right?
Or like the soda bags that you get at a restaurant where it's just the syrup in the bag, that kind of?
Yeah, okay, so take
like
exactly.
like you
Good
said, high
example of
density
that,
plastic.
Right. So
yeah.
it's a high density, almost impenetrable plastic. We've kind of had them, we've been carrying them. Sometimes we slipped and dropped and they've fallen 36 inches, and we're like, okay, there it goes, a big mess.
It's like a bladder.
And exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a Kramer bladder.
Right.
From Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God! All right, so how many of those do you have to ship down there to fulfill an entire, let's say, recipe?
So.
Or you just, like you said, you're doing a base wort. So
we're doing anywhere from say 14 to 21, bags that wort bags.
Okay.
That we use.
But you're adding then your water, so you're increasing the volume.
Yeah.
Once
so
it gets
high,
back.
Right, so it's like a
high
concentrate if you want to.
It's a high concentrate, high density, wort that we use.
Okay.
Right? So that has been built down there, shipped up over to us, and then we add our Huntington water, the hops, any adjuncts, anything else we want to do to it, dry hop it, and then 14 to 30 days later we.
Like you said,
this is so interesting because no one else.
he said no one else is doing anything close.
It's almost like the future brewing in a way, where some people are like, you don't have a big beard, you're not 50 pounds overweight, you're not sweating over your your whirlpool and your mash tun and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm doing 100 other things that I'm doing out there. But like I said, the town didn't allow us. So
was that like a wastewater kind of?
No, more like light manufacturing.
What?
Yeah.
Is that how they qualify?
That's how they qualify breweries. That's why the hardest. When you take a look at a lot of breweries, they're not in the heart of downtowns.
No.
Right? They're out in industrial locations, in industrial areas. So there's this whole persona. And I was talking to the town. I said, guys, I'm no different than a bakery.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're baking liquid bread.
Exactly. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeast samples.
Right. we were trying to work that way, and so our whole business plan and philosophy changed, and so this became really like a blueprint of our boutique. Okay, so we got ourselves up and running because, my goal was Huntington or bust. I'm a Huntingtonian. I've been there for 25 years. I wanted to be in the town. I'm 4 houses away. It's a perfect situation for me. So I'm like, all right, so we're going to change our business philosophy right now, and we're going to create this beer this way, okay? And then we're going to work with the town and their whole redevelopment project down in Huntington Station.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And get
down by the train station, all that, yeah.
Get a building or make a building and put a full mash system down there and a restaurant in there and help with their whole redevelopment project.
And then you can come back and forth.
So then we can ship the beer down from Huntington Station over but still, brew the beer down in
Yeah,
Huntington.
you're right
do
there.
the same thing.
In the end, you're just getting the wort down in one spot, and then you're having the rest of the brewing process happen in yours.
Right.
Huh.
Exactly.
And you could is it the same water in the station as is in Huntington? So then you wouldn't have to.
Well, we call it Huntington water.
Yeah.
Right. So
I say water is one of the things that changes the complexity of beer in general.
Well, what's interesting, Huntington Station probably has one of the best waters on Long Island.
Oh, really?
They actually have their own. It's not called Suffolk County water.
No.
It's Huntington water.
Yes.
So it's Huntington Station.
Well, because most of them are using aquifers, and so whatever's under that, down in the aquifer, is the thing that they're pulling up from to pump it up and to get it out to you. So in hindsight, they freaking hung up again. In hindsight, they could be, different water on the North Shore than the South Shore.
Sure.
And you could get a different taste out of that when you're done with the process.
The way the water is filtered through the cementation, both up on the North Shore and the South Shore, is going to be completely different.
Right.
And I would also imagine getting the water from a different part of the world changes what the end result is.
So that's the other thing that Brian and I work on a lot is, taking a look at the pH complexity of the water.
Right.
Right.
And so when you bring it back out of New Zealand and you have it in these bags, are you testing it to make sure, it's free of any of the, things that could change the complexity? Are you quality controlling as it comes in? I would imagine you had to do those steps.
Yeah, we test it all the time. So we put it in. We get it to the content concentrate that we want it at.
Right.
And then we'll test it.
Right. Hold on. Let's take this phone call. It's the Word with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who is on the phone?
I broke my key. Could you let me in, please?
Did you just call a minute ago?
No, I did not. I don't want to call you anymore. I feel very.
All right. We'll let Graz in right now. I'll clear the phone lines. I'll see you in a second.
All
right. Then that wasn't him, and that does not count as another phone call, by the way, Graz.
So we're still at 3.
We're still at 3. We're taking the 10th caller tonight, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. 10th caller wins free tickets to the AC Beer Fest in Atlantic City.
So have you done any of the festivals or anything out on the island so far?
We have, yeah. We've done Belmont, last spring. We've done the festival down in Heckscher. Down in Islip. We've done the Cradle of Aviation twice.
How was it this year?
It was very good.
Yeah,
we brought our sour there. We brought our Cal Harbor, which are 2 beers we introduced.
Okay.
So we're the only ones with sours and wit there, so which is great.
Nice.
So we got a lot of good feedback. It was great just to find out if we have enough coriander and orange zest in it.
And the things to actually use. Yeah.
And then also in terms of the sour, the sour was the way we wanted it.
And it's for the hosts, not for the host of another show that comes on every so often.
It's going to be too small for me. I'm a double XL.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, we have those. Come on down.
Yeah, come on down. See, and you're not far from there. You can make your way up to Huntington. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show with us right now, Anthony Grazade, host of Limo Talk here on GovsRadio.com.
Nice to meet you.
This is Mark. Mark from Six Harbors Brewing Company in Huntington. Let me get you a glass. You can pass that down to Graz so we can.
Well, Mark, what happens is I like free beer, so I just come here and sit with these guys. Hopefully, they'll let me throw a joke every once in a while, and I'll be good.
You start with the pale ale.
I only have one question for Mark.
Wait, you got to put your headphones on because you're going to feed back a little bit. I'm keeping you down here. Sorry.
Radio 101.
Yeah, it's okay.
You own the building.
Yeah.
You got a menu at 5 different restaurants.
Yep.
You go talking to some guy in New Zealand and everything else.
He's listening.
Nobody really cares about that. Here's what I want to know. I want to know who the girl was from Philadelphia that models in Elmont. That's all I want to know. Who's the chick that's in Tom's River? Now she's in Philadelphia and she models in Elmont.
The first one was Maureen.
Big Daddy Graz is looking. Come on down.
The first one was Maureen. She called in. She was the first caller. And then the second one from Philadelphia was
Carrie?
Carrie, I think.
I thought Maureen was the second one.
No, I think she was the first, and then Graz was the second.
That would be. I'm the other girl. Yeah,
he's the bookend.
I'm the book. Yeah,
he's the chick with the big tits.
Yes, I got big tits.
Sounds like her. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I like it. You could hear him pretty good, and he's very far away from the mic.
Well, I have him cranked a little bit, but he felt more comfortable that way. So I'm not going to tell him what to do.
And
no,
he's
you're
awesome.
Fine.
No.
You sound great.
Listen, and he's like, oh, look at this.
No,
dick.
and he's
this guy walked in. Look at his dick taking over.
And I got you way down because you scream and eat the mic, and that's fine. That's right.
Where are you? I'm off of Route 110 over by the movie theaters in Farmingdale. You know where the multiplexes?
Yep.
Conklin, make a left, take it straight down.
Right.
I go past there. We just got a puppy about 4 months ago, so we go to that PetSmart over by the
big
Verizon
shopping center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you past that? Are you before that?
He's in Huntington, Huntington
north,
Village.
I'm in the village.
So you got to go over Route 110 and into New York Avenue?
I'm on New York Avenue's 110, so that's the north-south. So you take that all the way down into the village. You go over 25A, which is Main Street, block and a half left-hand side, right after Burger King. Before
by F.H. Riley's?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
No,
you have to go over 25A.
Over 25A.
Okay.
Go over Main Street.
Over by the
book review.
The book review, right?
Past that still. Keep going
that.
north. And before
Wow.
Prime,
Thai
right?
USA?
Yeah. And you just opened 2 months ago, right?
No, 9 months ago.
Oh,
Yeah, last summer,
all right,
right?
good.
Yeah.
He listens,
Awesome.
but he's also on the phone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No,
God bless.
Right.
Good
Thank
luck
you
to
very
you.
much.
I'm
No,
glad you.
listen,
you
Out
bring it back
of your 10 taps, which one am I drinking right now?
There you go.
Pale Ale, tap number 6.
Tap number 6.
Even though you know the numbers. That's fantastic.
Hey, when you're there at 9 o'clock in the morning, you leave at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, you know your
You
taps.
gotta know a lot of stuff.
You're that late. It's just it's a full-time gig. I own my own transportation company. I fucking hate it. I want to come. I want to get in beer. The guy that was here last
So
two weeks.
I need taste test.
No,
Yeah.
well, listen. Let me tell you something right now. The
He
guy,
does taste test.
Charlie
Don't
was here.
challenge him.
Charlie was here 2 weeks ago from 1940s, and I took a liking to him. He was an older gentleman. I took a liking to him. So I'm trying to. I want to get out of the transportation business. I want to get into the beer business because I think it's fantastic.
A couple of people we have had on, that seems to be the retirement plan.
See, I can't
Charlie,
get-
Steve Prominski from Barrage.
I can't
Yeah.
get. I was supposed to be his host at the beginning. He wouldn't let me be his host.
Who?
You. I tried.
yeah.
I tried to be his host at the beginning when we started this show, and he kicked me the hell out. I can't even. They won't even let me go to Atlantic City and hang out with them.
Well, listen,
and I am the talent on this show. Have you not noticed?
We can put something together.
Thanks, Pete. You
go.
prick.
Attaboy.
Wow.
I'll see you in the fucking cabbage section next week with the kids. I'll throw tomatoes at you.
Oh boy, that's the produce section.
I wasn't aware our supermarket was so huge. There's a fucking cabbage section.
All right.
It is the word Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Give us a call. We're still waiting for the 10th call at 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. We're on YouTube right now, streaming live. We're on Govs Radio, streaming live. And again, all of our replays will be on our various venues in the upcoming days. And we will be live down in the AC Beer Fest on March 30th. We'll be broadcasting
Without Graz.
Without Graz. We'll be broadcasting.
Why? I could become the 10th caller. I could walk out of here.
No, you already the second caller.
Listen to me. When you get the 9, I could walk out, call. If you technically I get through and you pick up the phone,
No.
I'm number 10.
That's not the
All
way
right,
it
then we're
works.
taking the bang bus if you're number 10.
I will get us down there if we have to. I will drive us down there if you needed it. But you know what? Thomas is going, intern Thomas, and not the talent. Tony Two Steps.
I needed someone that's a little more technical because I don't want to do all the tech work at this thing.
As well as you should.
I know. No, not again. Not this time. Last time it was a lot of tech work, and he helped out by being the face of the
Is he
show.
going to try and get laid again on our show?
We're going to try to get him laid. Yeah, we tried to get him laid at the.
Why would you?
Well, I might as well. He's young. He's not. He's single.
He's talented. He's ready to
He's
mingle.
not a bad-looking kid. He needs
works for
to,
the Ducks in Long Island. He's got nice tickets.
Yeah.
I was very confused. So we did at the Fall Beer Fest at
Did you
Nassau
like
Coliseum.
it? Did you like it?
During the beer fest?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
fucking
Was it good?
Towards the end, it was exhausting because I was just.
It's
I
a
had
long
way
day.
Too much beer.
It's a long day, and
All
we got
goddamn
we got
day.
drunk by like 1 o'clock.
Broadcasting there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We got to
Great
get
time.
down to broadcast at the brewery.
We'd love to.
Challenge
Wait,
accepted.
Siri. I was offered already.
No,
I was
you weren't.
offered.
Get the fuck out of
Executive
here.
conference room with glass doors.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, we're doing it.
You can guys go in.
All right, we're gonna do that.
We can see you right through there.
Oh, there you go. So I'll be in 1940s the same day that
Yeah,
you're
there you go.
The same day you're
we can
here.
do a-
We'll do dual.
We can do a multicast with the Comrex now that it works.
We'll do a multicast
like it.
live
That would
from
be
it's
silly.
limo talk and the Wort with
Yeah.
Mike and Pete.
Do like a split screen where you're over with Charlie and we're here with Mark and,
Right.
and Huntington and was it Hoboken? Holbrook.
Hobo?
Holbrook.
I liked him. I liked him. I think I've really liked every person you've had here.
Dude, all these
They're very nice.
We're saying it like Mark's not here. All these brewers have been unbelievable.
F&B Beauty was
Oh, what
fantastic.
a great time.
The guy with the cheeses that my wife was yelling at. He gave me all the cheeses. I
he
went to
took those home?
Well, listen, he
Okay.
gave them to me, so I
Yeah.
took them home, and I'm not one to not accept the. Well, hold on, get the.
Yeah, this is the word with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who do we got on the phone?
Hi, this is Shannon,
Hi, Shannon. Where are you calling from?
Beechwood, New Jersey.
Beechwood. A lot of New Jersey
going
girls
on?
calling today. That's
Girls
awesome.
today.
How'd you hear about the show, Shannon?
My sister actually listens.
Oh, you guys, there's a text group
What's
going
on here?
They're all calling in.
I'm in the Twilight Zone. This is chicks.
I was going to say, since when do we have such a female listenership?
I've been on the air for 11 years. If I've had 3 chicks on one show,
Nope.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's got
I'm
3.
actually a man.
You're a man?
Nice-
It's okay.
nice job.
I'll take it.
Well done.
I'll take it.
I'm really Shannon.
My name's Shannon.
How the fuck's that happen in one show?
Well-
You got
well,
3
let me-
chicks calling.
Hold on, let me.
Have they taken a look at you too?
Yes, no, they see us.
Obviously not.
It's Pete. Everyone loves the way Pete is. So AC Beer Fest has reposted our flyer for today. So anyone that is attending AC Beer Fest or follows the AC Beer Fest or has the hashtags that they follow, our flyer came up and all of that.
Oh, that's great.
And F and Beauty redid it as well. But I think a lot of the Jersey people are picking up the AC Beer Fest because then a lot of the breweries that are attending AC Beer Fest are from New Jersey, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware areas.
Well, welcome, ladies, to the greatest beer show in America, The Wort, with Mike and Pete, with guest host Anthony Graz from Limo Talk at GubsRadio.com.
Well, thank you very much for listening. You are our 4th caller today.
Oh, damn.
I know.
Call back, change your name. I'll give you my address. Call back, change your name. I'll give you my address. We'll go together.
Yelling at them. Listen, if you have 6 other friends that all want to call in,
yes.
the 10th friend that finally calls in can pick one of you to go with to the AC Beer Fest. And by the way, the tickets are for March 29th, and the Used is playing live at AC Beer Fest that night.
Are you going to this too, young lady?
Well, she's trying to win tickets, so she's not going yet.
But if you don't win tickets, are you going to go anyway?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, when you go back, when you go past the booth, you say hello to Mike and Pete, and you go, "I love Graz." That's it. We want Graz. All right.
All right, sounds good.
We want Graz. That's the new slogan.
So we'll be, Shannon, we'll be there with the Hopped Up Network, a network of podcasts from all around the country. We're going to be broadcasting live with the Jersey Guys or Jersey Beer Guys podcast. We're going to do a quick show in the first session, and then in the second session, we'll be walking around drinking and interviewing brewers and customers and patrons and beer drinkers.
Pitching them in the ass. How you doing, Beardy? I'm on my 17th beer.
No, I'm not going to pinch anybody in the
I
ass.
will if I go.
If I want to come home, I won't.
Yes, exactly. If I find the doors locked, I know I fucked up really bad. God damn
Graz
it.
got me on the wrong path.
It sure did. Well, listen, Shannon, thank you very much for calling in. Appreciate it. Keep listening. We'll be here, and we'll be broadcasting down there. So if you do end up going, come by, say hello. We'll be glad to say hi. And we got some swag we'll be giving out, and we'll see you there.
Change your name.
Awesome.
No, stop it.
I'll see you guys there.
All right, later.
All right, bye.
Bye. You're right. Who knew we had such a female listenership?
I had assumed the only female listeners were like our wives.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Listen, I've been trying all these years to get in with the wife. The wife thinks I'm slightly funny every once in a while. So when
My wife.
Well, yeah, his wife though.
Yeah, can't stand any.
She can't stand me.
I don't blame her.
She can't stand me.
Yeah, that's so true.
She's like, why is that fat bastard? Well, anyway, I try to win Michael's wives over. She likes me a little bit, so it's all about the woman.
You know what she said to me this week, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, boy.
She goes, I like having Graz on.
Okay.
But he's got to stop yelling at everybody. He just yells at everybody.
Okay.
No, you can be loud.
Okay.
Just direct yell, like you yelling at her. Our last caller. I want her to stop by and say, hey,
I made her laugh.
Shannon, I called in. I'm like, oh, cool.
She chuckled. Then that's all that we want is we want them to chuckle.
Which, yes, and that's fine. Right. And I want listener sustainables. You know, I want someone to keep listening. It goes, oh, I was on that show. Let me listen to the new episode. Let me hear about the new beer. If they're beer drinkers and going to be at AC Beer Fest, they're going to want to know about beer if they come up to New York or Long Island or wherever they're, traveling to.
All right, well, I'll take duly noted, Miss K-Bot.
Listen, if I said it, you'd be like, go fuck yourself, O'Toole. But when my wife said it, it's like, you know what? I think she's right. I think I really need to.
I'll calm it down a little bit. Mark, what do you got? What's the next beer that's coming out, please? You got to calm me down.
Well, no, you got to try the blueberry. Finish that.
It's fantastic.
Is there blueberry left for him?
There is.
Nice. Yeah, I want him to try everything we tried. So you had the pale ale, and then this is the blueberry. So it's not going to hit you in the face with blueberry.
That first one was excellent.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. The pale ale.
That's excellent. Now, what is the alcohol content on that? Look, Miss K-Bot, I'm making a business question.
You're not yelling at him, saying, "What's the alcohol?
What's the alcohol content?
Tell me the alcohol content. I want to be your friend."
Limo Talk, Grazley, go fuck yourself.
Well, listen, we get the Vixen. We'll talk later.
There you go.
All right. So, what's the alcohol content on the first one?
The first one's 5%.
5%.
Yeah, so easy drinking.
What's the second
This
one?
is the blueberry wheat, which is 4.9.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're right in the ballpark.
That's right in the ballpark.
Yeah,
acceptable.
This is going to let you be able to drive home with no problem.
Get another chick probably. Here we go.
As you're pouring out a new beer, this is the Word with Mike and Pete. Give us a call, 516-465-3990. It's right there on our YouTube page. Go ahead and make that phone call. We're up to 4 phone calls. We're taking the 10th phone. Oh, 5.
5.
I'm sorry. We're up to 5 phone calls. We're taking the 10th phone call, and that's the person who's going to win free tickets to the AC Beer Fest March 29th. You get to see the used. You get to drink a crap ton of beer. Everything is there for you to enjoy.
Do they have to listen to the used?
No, I mean, I'm not I liked them when they came out in the 90s, but I don't know if I followed them past that Taste of Ink song.
What time are you there till?
We'll be there all day on Saturday.
So
both sessions. We're going to get down there probably, I think it starts at 12. We got to get down there probably like 10 because we got to check in and get set up. And then there's 2 sessions. We'll be out of there by 9 o'clock because we don't have much gear to wrap up and pull away. So we're going to throw some stuff in the bag.
Your significant others?
No, it's Pete and I and Tom. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's going to watch the kids?
Who's going to take care of the young ones?
I might make this trip and buy my own ticket.
Well, don't buy your own ticket. Don't buy your own ticket. I have a potential in. If you are serious about it and you do want to end up going down,
I'm going on the 13th and the 16th of Vegas.
I will only be able to get you into one of the 2 sessions.
I want to go in the session. Please,
let's talk about this off air.
No, it's fine. I'm just letting them know because they do have a side offer with people that are attending. So we'll talk about it.
Nice.
All right, Mark, what are we drinking now?
So what'd you pour?
This is the Cal Harbor Wit.
Oh, the Wit.
This is the Belgian Wit.
Nice.
That's what the model likes.
Pete's ready to get a boner. Watch the table levitate.
What is wit, Mark?
Pete does like...
Wit is a wheat. It's a Belgian wheat.
Okay, what is it?
They call it wit.
They call it wit, right? Is it stronger?
Because they're Belgian and they're cool.
It's just slightly stronger. It's a 5.3.
They're not dicks.
Beer made with coriander and orange zest.
I taste the coriander. I like that.
Orange zest.
I like that.
This is one of my new favorite beers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good.
Tell us a little bit about this process. So it starts with a wheat base, and then it's just a matter of the...
Almost no carbonation. That one, or is that just me?
No, I felt a little bit.
There's carbonation there.
Yeah, there's
carbonation there. It could be because I've been drinking, about every 30 minutes before you guys got to the beer, so I just got to get ahead of everybody else. But
don't say. Let it sit there for a minute. You'll feel it.
Are you like the new guy from Sam Adams? You like the guy? What was it? Jim Cook.
Jim Cook.
Jim Cook. He used to go everywhere. Jim Cook used to work for Opie and Anthony. He used to come into Opie and Anthony, and he used to have a pack on his back with beer that he could.
He'd fill the beer fridge.
Fill the beer fridge.
Yeah.
And he'd bring the thing where he could drink the beer from his backpack.
Oh, a Camelback.
Camelback. I did.
But he had 2 of them. But he had 2 of them in each of the. Look at me, how calm I'm being. Right?
That's good. I'll even put you up a little bit further on the board. I like this.
But I used to have a little tiny mini keg that I got from Pete over at Brews and Hand Grenades.
Oh, cool, yeah.
2.5 gallon keg. And I used to hate doing bottles. I hated bottles because you had to clean bottles and sanitize bottles, and you gave bottles away. You never got the bottles back, and you had to go buy more bottles or look for bottles and take the labels off, and it's too much of a process. So I got a 2.5 mini keg that I used to put into my knapsack with a CO2 kit, right? And then the tap handle that I would take and I'd walk around to friends' parties and I'd just start
No way.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so great. I want to hang out with you.
Well, listen, you want better than that? When we used to throw some parties when we were younger, we used to, I went up to school and we made a lot of hairy buffs. You guys remember what hairy buffaloes were, right?
What was a hairy buffalo?
Hold on, let me think.
Buffalo would be
I feel like I know
garbage can, you
full
fill
of
it with ice, and everybody would bring a bottle.
Everybody
would pour the bottle in there.
We would call it jungle juice.
Yes.
Jungle juice.
So our big thing at school was Alabama Slammers.
Okay.
So we made them all the time.
Yeah.
So I thought up a concoction. We used to throw these really great parties at my parents' house back in the day. I mean, hundreds of people would show up. And we made these Alabama Slammers. And over the years, we finally got smart. And we bought brand new, cleaned it out, bleached it out, but a bug sprayer. Take it and we poured into
like the pump one.
The pump one.
Yes, okay.
But we take the tip off of it, and the tip had 4 holes to it. So we used to walk over, with a couple of people. Hey, you guys want to do a 4-way? and people are like, what are you talking about? No, hold on.
I got this.
And we take the handle and we put it right in the middle, and everybody would line up to the hole. We press the button, it would shoot out in 4 directions. and do a shot.
Should have had a whistle, like like they do it down in.
Kids not be. I hope my kids are not listening to this right now.
No, they've already tuned out. When Graz came in, they're like, I can't do this anymore.
Why?
Exactly. They probably did that.
Wow, you too now.
No,
I'm
no,
leaving.
No.
Where are we at now?
We're drinking the Belgian wit, and it's a and what's the percentage on this? What do we have for
5.3?
Okay, yeah, well, that's again we're kind of easing into it. Baby.
We're kind of climbing up the ladder a little bit.
That.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. I like a good Belgian wit. Those are delicious, and like you said, they're one of those other ones that they've been around forever, and it's not as popular as some of the other pale ales or IPA. Obviously, IPAs are the thing that everyone has to have. But when I go in there, it's one of the things that I look on the board. I'm like, oh, nice.
So what we try to do is kind of broaden the base, right? So like the IRS, we just want to make sure we get everybody out there, and there's something for everybody coming in. So we don't focus on IPAs, we don't focus on Trappist Yales, or we don't want to do all Belgians or all Germans and stuff like that. So we do a bunch of different things. We do the wheats, we do the lagers, we do the pilsners, we do the wits.
This is the Wort with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Who's on the phone? Who's on the phone? Hello?
Hello?
Hello. How are you, sir?
This is Joey. How are you?
Hey, Joey, how are you?
Counts at number 5, just so you know.
Joey, where are you from, Joe?
Canada.
Canada?
We've gone international.
Well, we had the Royal City Brewing Company kind of forefront spokeswoman on the show a few weeks ago. Where are you from in Canada?
What'd you say? Sorry, repeat that.
Yes, where are you from in Canada?
Ontario.
Oh, so you are right by there. Nice. So how's the beer scene up there in Ontario, Joe?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not quite kind of to the level of what you would want it to be. Are you jealous of some of the other areas down here in the States?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, John Tavares sucks. That's all I want you to let you know.
Do you know who John Tavares is? That'd be the first thing. Joe, you there? You laughing? He's dead. You killed him. You killed him with laughter.
Joe, you all right?
What the?
I don't know. It's all right. Joe, listen, thank you very much for calling in from Canada. You are our fifth caller?
I think that was a moose stepping on a guy for the Listen, 6. It counts. Number 6.
That was number 6.
Right.
We're up to 6 callers
I think I got to go soon, all right? My back's starting to
Oh, stop it.
That was...
Don't try to bastardize our giveaway. We're trying to do real stuff, too.
Mark, I'm so jealous of them. They run such a great show, and I, on the other hand, run like this loose.
Joe, if you were real, thank you very much for calling in. If you weren't, good times. I'm pretty sure you were probably, and this is my thought just from that initial thing here. I might try to break down the fourth wall just for a moment. I'm thinking Joe is hanging out with the girls down in New Jersey.
Said he's from Canada.
Yeah, he said he's from Canada, so it didn't look like. I don't care if you tell all your friends to call on the show. It doesn't matter to me. I just call in as long
someone's
as
getting the tickets.
Someone's going to get the tickets, and off the air, I'm going to have to get your information to send you the tickets if you're not within the local area. So you might as well just be truthful, because I'm really not holding anybody back because they're friends of friends that are calling in. It doesn't matter to me. As long as we have the 10th caller tonight, you will win tickets to the AC Beer Fest happening March 29th, featuring the used and 100 breweries with over 150 selections of beer at the AC Convention Center. And do me a favor, just call in, say hello, and get the hell off the phone, and try not to, rickroll us or whatever you're trying to do.
And again, I want to be clear.
Yes.
You are not required to watch the used if you go to this show.
No.
Why are you so against the used?
Yeah, he doesn't.
You got different music. I'm telling you. Mark, can I ask you a question?
Before you do, this is the Wort with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who do we got on the phone?
Good sports about it.
Hello?
Hello.
It's like a joint conversation going.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Who are you and where are you calling from?
I'm Tammy, and I'm from Alabama.
Tammy from Alabama. Thanks a lot for calling in. You don't have to lie to us about where you're from. Everyone here does not believe you're from Alabama. But listen.
Right, hold on. Who's the junior senator from Alabama?
And we got you.
Well, I'm like 5 years old. Do you really think I pay attention?
All right, who's the head coach? All right, 5-year-old. Who's the head coach? Who's the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide?
I don't know what that is. Did you get your son to get on the phone and talk to us?
What is going on?
Yeah, that's my son.
All right. Well, take your son off. I want to talk to the adult for a moment.
Who's the lieutenant governor for Alabama?
Oh, stop.
No, the guy. Who is that?
I want to talk to the adult. Who's the adult?
What is CNN? I'm sorry.
I'm the adult.
All right. What's your name and where are you from?
Andy.
Andy from? Where are you from, Andy?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Repeat that?
Where you from, Andy?
I'm from New York.
Nice. All right. So there you go. And where in New York? You on the island? Are you upstate, downstate? Where are you at?
Upstate.
This is like me drunk in a car.
Yeah.
It's calling you guys.
Did we get someone to butt dial us by accident?
I don't know
And then now they're hearing it on
what's
speakerphone?
Andy.
All right, that's caller number 7.
Yeah.
That's,
Andy, listen, we're going to go because you're wasting
Thanks
our
for
time.
calling.
Thanks for calling. No, they're gone already.
Pete's
I
got
got
no patience at all.
Yeah, no.
Pete's
No,
got
it's
no
fine.
patience at all.
Andy was our 7th caller of the
No,
night.
it's your beer.
We're bearing down on the 10th caller. And remember, listen, if you are one of the callers, I'm going to say it one more time. You don't have to, fuck around with us at all. We will just say hello to you. We're going to ask you where you're from. You can definitely tell us the truth because we're not going to hold anything back. But if you're trying to bump up the numbers by keep calling in with different names in different places, I still don't give a shit. We don't have
I
caller
may or may
ID.
not ask you who your senator is.
I'm just concerned about the 10th caller in the end. And in the end, that person will win tickets to AC Beer Fest happening March 29th. Let's get back to the beer. So, Mark, we had the wit. Let's work our way up here because I'm going to need more alcohol if people are going to call in and be dicks.
Listen, and usually it's me on the other end. So
That's
now
true.
it's now
So
tonight,
now you know how.
Now I know you
how
guys
I feel.
I have actually a question for you. I was at Costco yesterday buying. I bought a 4-pack of an IPA. It was like a 9.7. Had an orange taste to it and everything else. Is this something that you guys want to do in the future, or are you doing it now? Where Costco or I'm sorry, I was actually at Stu Leonard's.
No.
Yeah, I was at Stu Leonard's, not Costco.
Right
I
now
apologize.
We're selling about 99% of our beer over the counter.
Okay.
In our tasting room.
Okay.
We have a couple of accounts in Huntington. More from them saying, "Oh, listen, we really like your beer. We want your beer." Blah blah. blah. Keep on calling. We want your beer. We'll be a independent distributor. We'll self-distribute going out there, but we're just kind of slowly. Building the base.
Is it good to be in something like that, the Stu Leonard's? That's good?
If you have enough production for it, but we don't have enough production to go.
And do they take independent
They do.
brewers? Yeah. They'll just take it in on a contract base or something. They'll want.
Probably, we haven't gotten that far. Really haven't looked into that kind of stuff. We're just really going to be going out.
I'm just assuming it's a very large volume of beer that they want to hold because they're going to distribute it throughout Long Island and all that other stuff. This is the Word with Mike and Pete, GubsRadio.com. Who's on the phone?
Hello?
Oh, boy. No, I'm not going to count that one. I told you. No Rick rolling us. No messing around. No children, please.
Getting rolled.
I love children, but not your children, so.
What's going on here?
That's all right.
This is usually
what you face.
This is what I face all the time.
The first
this
five.
is what I get all the time.
The first 5 callers were legit, except maybe I don't know if Andy was really from.
So who cares?
Yeah, but after that, I'm not going to sit there and listen to children the entire
No,
time.
but the guy number 7 was legit. So you have 3 more you're waiting on. Is that
yes,
correct?
Yeah, I'm not going to take that one. I don't know what that is.
listen.
Just call and be your real self, and then tell your friends so they can take you. I mean, that's really
They say
as
the
easy as it gets.
ultimate form of flattery is them pranking you and getting on
100%.
your case. That's what they used to do.
No, they're
with
not getting
O&A.
on my case. I don't really. Let's see. It's the Word with Mike and Pete, GubsRadio.com. Who's on the phone? Nope. So if they're not going to answer right away, we're just going to hang up on you.
Do we have to get caller ID or something?
No, we don't need caller ID. Listen,
Here's what we'll do. Whoa, Michael.
Yes.
Answer the phone next time.
Yes.
Whoever doesn't say anything, you got the phone number on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him back.
You're gonna call him back?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him back
All right.
on my cell phone and
All right.
continue to call back till about 6 o'clock in the morning.
No. Listen, I don't want. It's not turning into a phone war. That's not what I'm looking to do.
Well, if they're listening, it can be.
Listen, all they need to have is legit people just to call in, and as the 10th caller comes, which we're so close to right now, be the 10th caller and win free tickets to the AC Beer Fest. You don't have to keep pumping up the numbers. Just have your friends all call in, and then you call in and be the 10th caller. If that's what's going down in New Jersey and all those girls and the friends of the girls are all calling in, that's what we're going to do.
Do you guys, do you have 5 restaurants you deal with over at Six Harbors?
We are looking to partner with a few restaurants within walking distance of us.
Yeah, that you put the menu, which they can...
Well, actually, we're going to create a combined menu, and we're going to have the menu available at our brewery. And then when people, instead of them getting on the phone and have to order it to walk it over, we're going to order it for them through us.
Yeah, go get it.
And we're going to either have their guys bring it over, or we're going to get it.
And within walking distance of the brewery.
It really is, yeah. So
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of times people either have a food truck or they get a pretzel or get takeout, and takeout comes in a plastic bag, styrofoam container. The food's cold and sweaty already, and then you got to get your wallet out. You got to make a transaction. You got to pay for it. We want to take that all out of the customer's hands,
so
and
pay for
we'll
the food
do
out
it.
through your POS.
It'll come through
Sorry,
our
let me put you
POS
back up,
system,
Pete, sorry.
so everything's going to be on one.
That's great. I
one
think that's a great idea, and it
transaction.
helps.
Right, and then they can leave satisfied, and we'll have some really good restaurants. It's like I said, a cardboard container. We're done with it, just throw it away.
And it helps the neighborhood out too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We partner with our restaurants.
I think it's great.
Yeah, instead of having a food truck,
I want to buy one of those shirts. I want to buy one of those Six Harbors shirts.
We don't want to compete.
They're nice, right?
How much are they going for?
Yeah.
How much are they going
these
for?
These things are cheap $45.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a
I like
sweatshirt.
that.
You got to get the imprinting, the shipping,
sweatshirt.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what are we drinking now? You just cracked another beer.
We are cracked another beer. This
All right.
is the Lloyd Harbor Lighthouse, Lite House.
And by the way, no one
lager.
called in with the Six Harbors, so this is the second harbor, the Lloyd Harbor.
This is the second harbor that we've talked about
Yes,
so far
correct.
today. That's correct.
I knew some of them. I don't know all six, but I think I knew like 4.
Wow. I only know it as a neighborhood.
That is
Yes.
That is strong.
Right.
Or an area.
Right.
So it's a Lloyd Harbor.
Lighthouse, Lite versus Light.
Okay.
Right. So it's a lighter beer, 5.2. That's out there in the craft beer world, okay? Not in the calorie world. People are like, oh, it's light, like a light beer, I can have it. 55 calories? No, sorry, sweetie, it's not. Okay, this is craft, and if you don't like it, we have people like, oh, here's how long are these going to last in my refrigerator? I'm like, if you have to ask, you shouldn't be buying
No,
it.
because then you should have drank it already. It should have been gone
Pretty
before.
much, yeah. We tell
you
them,
got
listen,
home.
we don't put any preservatives. It's all natural.
Right.
We can it right there. One of the things about us, we can our beer to go.
Right.
We don't have a canning machine
Right,
coming
yeah.
in the back and canning 65 or 100 cases and then selling it off the case.
Right.
We will let you buy a 4-pack of any 4 different beers, not of the same.
Oh, save that little October machine for the 16-ounce cans.
So we have a Dixie canner from Georgia, and we've canned over 15,000 beers so far in 9 months that we've been open.
Does it have a cool little counter
by
on it so
hand.
you can keep getting, like someone gets the free millionth beer or something?
Well, we're going to do it, I think, at 25,000.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Someone's going to get a free, or maybe that might happen on an anniversary, which is.
Hello.
Yes, hello. This is the Word with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who's on the phone?
This is Andy, and sorry about the
shitty phone call that happened before. That's all right, Andy. Don't worry about it, man.
Sorry, my son's a one-night stand, so yeah, I have to pay child support, and it's like
it doesn't make you a bad person, Andy.
Just keep on paying. I'm up to year 21. Got one more year to go, kid. They're like money trains. All right.
Jack.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Use a bag next time.
So, Andy, where were you from? You said Canada, Ontario, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, I again, just explain very quickly what the scene is up there.
It's very snowy and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, just been cold weather over here lately.
You like hockey? You like hockey?
It's all right.
All right.
What's your sport of choice? If you had to root for something, it would be like NBA, Toronto
hockey.
Raptors.
Who?
Andy.
Did
we lose you?
Andy, did you fall on the ice? You all right?
He's in the ice.
Andy, you all right?
Wow, I am now officially in the stoner demo.
I'm telling you, you are big time in the stoner between the model and Andy in fucking Ontario.
Yeah, I don't know
This is
what's
a whole
going
run.
on.
Pete doesn't know what to do with himself right now.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
He's at a loss for words. All right, listen, Andy, dude, I really appreciate you calling back and just clarifying that your son is a mistake and that in so many words it's very cold in Canada.
John Tavares sucks.
Yeah, and John. Well, he didn't say that, but and he's not very into sports. So thanks, buddy. Tell your friends to call in so they can be the 10. All right. Well, he just cut out. So I don't know what happened.
No, the
there.
kid got on the phone.
Well, that's it, and I think he hung up immediately.
I think it's really a kid.
No, I think it's one of the girls. And based upon what we heard from that other girl, I think they're all pretty fucking fucking stoned right now.
Where is this coming from?
New Jersey.
Oh, this is great.
It's a 3-1 something or other number. I don't know, something like that. So sorry, we cut you off to hear more bullshit. So go ahead.
That's right.
We were talking about
your 25,000 can. You think might be on the anniversary,
right?
Yeah. So we're just in. For us, we want to be different. We like to can it right in front of our customers, so our canning machine's right there at the counter. So we hit it with CO2, get the purge the can of air. CO2 is heavier than air, so it lingers inside the can. We fill it with beer. CO2 kind of lingers on top when we fill up the can. Put a lid on it, and then we seam it. We have our seamer, our canner right there on the counter. And people watch it. They take video of it.
I love
think
seeing like a crowler made right there.
They're just like, wow, that's how a can gets made. This is so cool, you know. And after 15,000, you're like, oh my gosh, really, that many? But, but people like it, and it's a great thing that they like to tell everybody.
That's fantastic. So when you go in there, do you have like a fridge already canned so people can go in?
No.
Everything's live off the tap, right there in front of you.
Canned, fresh to go, on order. So you come in for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
So people call in and say, listen, I want a case.
Yeah.
Right. They'll pay for it over the phone.
Yeah.
And we'll make it for them right then for that. And they'll pick up later in the day.
One at a time. I'm sure it takes a little.
Well,
take a little.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I mean, if someone wanted, that makes sense.
So if we ever get to the point where it gets out of control and we get a line of people, we'll have to start pre-canning.
Do you have a can line at the brewery just for people to come in and order cans, and then an area of the bar where
it's to the counter. Walk up to the corner of the counter, usually around the side, and they'll order their beer and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It does take time. I've watched even just crowlers take a little bit of time. They clean out, a little sterilization, then they come in with the CO2, and then they're filling it, and they're sealing it and seaming it.
Right.
It takes a little bit. It took about 15 minutes for a 3-pack of 22-ounce crowlers. So it was one of those things that I was just like, wow, this takes a really long time. If they had a lot of people that wanted beer to go,
so if we're 3 rows deep, we might say, listen, dude, you got to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be at least 30 minutes before we can get to it.
Right. We're trying to serve the customers that are right there. Yep. You can get them the beer and their flights and whatever they need.
And you're a little bit different. You're open 7 days a week, right?
We are open 7 days a week.
Yeah, I think that's
very
fantastic.
You're open until 8 o'clock up until Thursday, or 10 o'clock, right? Up until Thursday.
10 o'clock until Thursday.
And then 12 on Fridays and Saturdays, and 8 o'clock on Sundays, right?
So we came up with that idea because a lot of the service industries, their weekends Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
They don't know where to go. All the brewers are closed.
Yep.
So, we took advantage of that when we first opened, and it's 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, and we got 30 people in the place.
Wow. And it's the waiters, the waitresses, the managers,
all the service people from Huntington that they're hanging in.
Right, they want to hang out there.
And the restaurants, now that you're doing business with, those people are going to come over too. They're going to hang out there.
They serve our beer, we serve their food.
That's fantastic, man.
I have an idea. All right, just listen.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? ¿Está bien?
Hello?
¿Está bien? Muy guapo. Hello?
I got lung cancer.
Okay. Thank you.
Talk to me with your balls drop, kid. Shut the fuck up. Fucking pussy.
Hello?
Okay.
It's like a bad dream. This poor man has to go through this.
I know.
You're gonna have to invite him back again just to sit and hang with us. We'll serve him beer.
No.
I'll buy the 8-pack and we'll serve it to him.
Listen, I'm not worried about it.
Listen, we make friendships one person at a time.
That's correct.
I think that's such a great, and you're doing it 30 years now, right?
Here?
Well, yeah.
So
as
you were
9 months old now.
As you were talking about, where you came from and what you did, you said you had a career. What were you doing before this?
Wall Street.
Was that?
Wall Street.
Wow. And how was that compared to what you're doing now?
I flew 1 million miles on American Airlines alone.
I got a guy that's doing that now. He can't stand it.
I went to Hawaii for 48 hours.
Oh, my God.
I went to Europe for 72 hours.
Okay.
I would go and take an 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock morning flight out of JFK, get to San Francisco at 10 a.m., do a meeting and a lunch, then grab a shuttle down to L.A., and do a late meeting and a dinner. After dinner, I would drive down to San Diego, right? Do meetings all day in San Diego. Take the red eye home.
I'm exhausted listening to it.
Back to the office, work till about 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then go home.
And was it worth the time and effort that you spent doing it? Like, was it profitable? Did it make sense for the family and everything?
Oh, I own a building.
Right.
Touche. Right? This retirement is owning a brewery.
That's right.
That's big. I heard him before saying that. That's huge because you don't have a landlord that's going to sit there and see how good he's doing 5 years from now and say, okay, I'm going to raise it. I'm going to double your rent. And now it became 10. You know, we were saying that other gentleman bought a $40 million warehouse, and right?
Well, the building
I do
got
listen.
bought out.
I do listen.
The building got bought out,
yeah.
right? And he had a 10-year lease, so I had to buy him out. So he got a good, he's halfway through his lease. So the development company didn't want to sit there for another 5 years waiting for him to go.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him.
So they paid him a pretty penny to leave.
Okay.
But then his rent quadrupled.
Can you imagine that? Just your whole business is gone. Then you can't.
It's like me and gas.
You can't do that.
Gas at $2 a gallon. I'm making a lot of money. When gas was $4.25, my asshole was buckling.
Right. Well, remember when it was up almost close to $5?
Dude, it was up to $5. I was lucky. My profits were going towards the gas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So it wasn't something that you would be able to make a profit on. Your profits dove into the ground.
Yeah, without a doubt. These kids keep calling again.
No, that's all right. They can keep
Hang
calling.
up on them.
No, I got this. They'll just waste their time. I'm pretty good at this. So
I know, but this poor man.
I'm pretty good at this.
I don't want to waste this poor man's time.
No, we're not worried about the calls. We got the whole podcast out to our listeners.
Well, let's do this. Let's take a quick.
I like him. Listen, I'm on Thursday nights here, 8 to 10. Anytime you want to walk
here he
in,
goes, trying to steal my guest again.
You got an open policy to come in. Somebody has come in when I offered that a policy.
Have they?
One person.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
DB Frick.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was DB. DB played radio whore for like 3 weeks.
Oh,
but now he has his own show. He's doing pretty good. I heard it was
successful.
Received.
Yeah, very well received. Very well received. Everybody seems to be doing very well on the station.
Listen, let's take a quick break. Let's regroup. I just want to check a few things not on the phone system.
Can you get me that phone number? Because I'll make a couple of phone calls about
516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. We're going to take the 10th caller tonight to receive 2 free tickets to the AC Beer Fest. We're not going to anymore, since we've been pretty much pranked for about 15 times, take any more people that aren't legit people. So only 3 more people need to call that are legit, that have a real name and a real place. And remember, the 10th caller will receive those tickets. So give us a call, and we'll be right back after this.
This is Ghost Radio, and you're getting drunk with Mike and Pete on the Wort.
This is the Chicken and Billy G. We're gonna die when the sun comes up. We're drinking until we're drunk. I drink 1,000 brews. We'll still move to take call. Put it down the wall. I'd rather drink than fuck. No time to party.
Wort on Govs Radio.
It's the Wort, Mike and Pete, govsradio.com. That's all right. We'll get to it in 2 seconds. I'll let that play out for a second. You know what, Anthony? We might have to invite you now to AC Beer Fest since you know what a speaker looks like.
Listen, I just want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
But the last 2 brewers that walked in here have impressed me very much. They're a little bit older gentlemen.
Yeah.
They're all coming decked out and hold on a minute. Let me make sure I get
Six
it.
Harbors.
Six Harbor Brewing.
Did it right.
I did it right.
Early
It's Six
1940s.
Harbor Brewing, not 1940s. But I'm
That's
telling
right.
you, the 2 gentlemen have walked in and just been aces, and their beer have been fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and those are the guys that
I liked the Wicked Chowder from 1940s.
Yeah,
that was
and
good.
I have to say, every single beer I've had so far from this gentleman has been crisp, has been tasty, has been a nice alcohol volume, and I'm shooting for a discount on a sweatshirt.
All right, let's see if the kids have the audacity. This is the Word with Mike and Pete. Who do we got? Yep, that's them again.
All right.
They're back.
One more time before we lose you. Word with Mike and Pete. Who we got?
Okay.
Yep, that's
No,
them
wait.
again.
Wait, can I-
You guys are relentless.
Do you
I
mind-
like
Do you
it.
mind if they call in next time?
Yeah.
May I just curse the kid out?
No, no.
Why?
Because then they're
Listen,
going to keep calling back.
Yes, then they win.
But they won
win.
already. We keep answering.
It's
I
all
don't wanna
right. I'm
answer.
going to continue to answer it, and they can keep calling. They're relentless. They're good for them. That shows me that they have panache.
When they get older, they'll be go-getters.
They'll be real go-getters. This is the anti-millennial right here.
Yeah, really.
Ones that were like, nah, I don't really feel like it. But no, they just keep going and going.
But he's a
So good for
poser.
them.
He's using his kid.
No, he's not a kid.
The
It's
kid's in
like one of the
background going,
girls.
"Get-"
That's why I turned it on before and listened in. I wanted to see who else was in the background as he was doing it. It's one of the girls that just did the voice. And and because I did the voice now, they're going to keep calling in with the voice.
Isn't
So.
this not bringing up memories of WNEW?
No, it
days?
reminds me of the
It's-
times that I used to do prank phone calls at
Yeah.
home. I used to do them all the time. Dude, I did ones in 7th and 8th grade that were unbelievably funny. This is like the time of the Jerky Boys.
Yeah.
When
I
they had their
love
tapes
Jerky
out.
Boys.
I fucking love them. I called, I'll give you the story really quick.
Go ahead.
So I called a curtain place, right?
Yeah.
And I gave them this scenario. I was an older woman, right? And I lived alone.
How'd you change your voice?
I don't worry about it. I'm not going to do it and then incite more rioting with these guys on the phone. So what I did was I called them up and I said, listen, this was the situation. My dog came in and took a crap right on the carpet, and then I got angry and I hit my ashtray and my cigarette flew up onto the curtain and burned a hole in the curtain. Do you have a replacement for the curtain? And so the answer was, well, what color's the curtain? And I said like a poo-poo brown, or I came up with something silly, and they kept going with it. Like okay, so what we're gonna have to do is, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can
continue doing this.
I don't. No, I can definitely keep. I strung it out until they hung up. I never hung up doing my prank phone calls. I never hung up.
Do you have any tapes of those?
I used to have cassettes.
Do you have
and
any
I probably
cassettes?
Could, I probably could
okay.
find. So what I would do is I'd take the other phone in the other room, and I'd take it off the dial, and I'd put the recorder right up to the receiver, and I'd record everything we did. There was times that my buddy would call with me, and so now there's 2 of us. One of us
Pete,
was.
Don't you want that tape? I so bad. Oh, Michael,
I might be
would
able to find it.
Michael, I would love to run that tape on my show. I would.
They're
be
bringing Crank Yankers back.
Well, you know what? I want Mike Yankers back. I want Mike's
But
stuff.
remember, this is like high school. Like
okay.
I sound like a.
But it's okay. It's
Well, I think that's
radio.
pretty sure that's why he wants.
You're the
it on
godfather
yeah,
in the studio, dude. I want
all
me
of
and
that.
Inns to make fun of him for like an hour. You want to hear Michael O'Toole trying to be the next Casey Kasem?
No, I didn't do radio voice at all. I ended up just, like I said, making prank phone calls. They're pretty good. They, like I said, they're real go-getters. You guys are real go-getters. You know that?
Hello?
Yes. You guys are real, you have some stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, come on, let's have a roast battle. Fucking, you look like the Eggman, you ugly bitch.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Good
job.
That would be me, kid. Hey, listen, kid. Let's get this thing straight. Wait, kid. Here's the battle going to be. You're in Ontario, right? I'm gonna get on a plane. I'm gonna get wherever the fuck you are. I'm gonna get on a plane. I'm gonna land that plane. You're gonna pick.
You're yelling at children.
I don't care because your wife told me not to.
I know. Don't yell at the children.
What did you say?
My belt costs more than your rent,
dude.
See, why are you letting him get to you?
He's not getting
Don't let him get to you.
You're ruining. You're
how
a
old are you
pest.
guys, like 40?
I'm 53. Yeah. I got a kid like you, and I want to smack the shit out of him every time I see him. All right, all right. Because you're sitting there, you're stoned out of your brain. You got your hand on your penis. Your kid's running around with diapers on, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Now get off the phone and dive into the ice, dum dum.
There you go. You win. See? Because in the end, I have the power to just hang up on him.
You made me yell at him.
I don't know what he's doing.
Because I don't want them bothering us. I want 3 more legitimate calls so we can go to fuck home happy.
Okay. No, I'm happy. Again.
And then Pete don't like this that much, and I really Mark, my friend from hold on.
I think he's getting a kick out of it. I think he's pretty
Six Harbors Brewing Co.
I think it's hysterical. I don't know what he's talking about, a roast battle. That just shows his age. No one that's an adult in this world is going to want to roast battle people unless you already are
but they could see us.
A celebrity.
So I must be the egghead. I don't know. You could be the egghead too. But you're the egghead with a horseshoe. I'm just the egghead.
Right. I don't even know what.
Oh, I would never turn down anything. Any beer that you've ever poured. Hold on. Any beer you ever poured for me, sir, I will.
Really?
Yeah, you can listen to us as we drink beer. I don't even think. By the way, I don't even think they're 21, so it doesn't really make a difference to me.
Like 15.
Hey, guess what? I get to buy beer legally. Screw off. How about that? Yeah, what is this? What are we drinking now, Mark?
We are drinking the Centerport, one of the harbors, the third harbor.
I knew it was one of them.
Harbor series.
It's delicious.
It's a nice, beautiful, easy drinking, clean beer Pilsner with Motika hops.
Wow, just the aftertaste. Every single one of your beers has a fantastic aftertaste. I'm coming to your
like
bar.
The back end of everything.
I fucking love it. I'm telling you. And I'm not saying it because he's sitting next to me. Every single one's got a good aftertaste.
I see what you mean about the Pilsner.
Clean, crisp.
Yeah.
Got a little bite to it in the end.
Yep.
You've only been in business 9 months?
9 months.
Why? Why have we not been doing this sooner?
I was in another career. Got
Yeah.
tired of
You
it.
need a chauffeur? That's not allowed to drink from 9 to 5. But
unfortunately, I live only 4 houses away from the brewery.
I heard that. I think that's great. So now you wake up. What's a normal? Can I ask what a normal day for you is?
That's a good question. See,
good question. A normal day is getting up, getting my 16-year-old daughter out of the house by 7 a.m.
Right? Oh, so these are her friends probably now. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
it's about the age. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Could be. Grace, don't call in again.
Yeah, don't tell your friends to stop it.
Yeah.
So 7 a.m. you start.
So 7 a.m. I start. Get her out of the house by 7. Then I will kind of, get to the laptop and just start doing some research, looking at some stuff. Maybe looking at, billing or purchasing ideas, website. How many hits we got on, followers. By the way, when we were building the place, we had 1,000 followers on Instagram and Facebook before we even opened.
Right. Yes, I saw.
So what we did was we kind of chronologicalized the whole process. We videotaped, we pictured all the changes that we're making to the brewery.
What are you on Instagram, Mark? May I ask? What's your
I would assume it has something to do with Six Harbors.
Six Harbors Brewing Co.
May I follow you?
Shot in the dark.
Follow me back, sir?
You follow them, right? And then also, we Buddy the Brew Dog, which is our golden retriever. He is 2 years old. Is our mascot, and he's got about 175 followers.
Six
already.
Harbors Brewing.
The dog of the brewery has.
The dog gets more likes on our Facebook page than we do about beer.
That's unbelievable.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So we are dog friendly and family friendly.
Six Harbor Brewing Company. We are a microbrewery located in the heart of Huntington. Open Monday through Thursday, 1 to 10, Fridays and Saturdays, 1 to 12, and Sundays, 1 to 8. Dogs and children are welcome. Not assholes from Ontario calling from
Ontario. Not from
Ontario.
Wow, this is great. You guys, nice place.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. He was showing me some pictures.
That's a volleyball team or a basketball team, or
that's my daughter just won their Liberty League Conference Champions Division 3.
Nice.
And where's she going?
Way to go, Alex! And the IC Bombers
winning.
What are
you yelling about?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you killed my headphone. I'm like, I got to turn you down.
I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I apologize, Mrs.
You had
Mrs.
that you broadcast your voice. Ithaca
College.
Nice. Okay.
I went there for a semester.
She'll be up there for 6 years.
Wow,
that's great.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful area too.
You're my idol.
Is it the same phone number?
What?
Is it the same
No. They're actually rotating phones if it's really them. I'm almost scared to see who this is. Let's just.
Hello?
Yep, same guy.
Right.
We're smarter than you. Goodbye.
Well, are we?
You can keep calling in. Like I said, you have some real stick-to-itiveness. You guys are doing a great job.
10 times, he will be.
He's been listening the whole time. That's the thing, is every time he calls in, he's been on hold for like 5 minutes. He's been listening to the show.
And he likes
So you know
us.
what? I'll take the listen.
Take the line. Yeah,
Thanks.
it's a like.
Thanks for increasing our statistics and our analytics. We appreciate it because we can always use that to let our advertisers give us more information and more stuff. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
You got about 1,448 followers.
Yeah.
I expect a follow by tomorrow. You're gonna be, you and I are gonna have a little problem.
It's GothamGoldGraz.com.
GothamGoldGraz.com
Yes.
for all your transportation needs.
Yes. That's pretty dope. So this is Lloyd Harbor. So tell us, I'm sorry, Centerport Harbor.
Centerport Harbor, yes.
So give us a little bit about the brewing process here.
Yeah, not much to talk about. It's
a Pilsner.
It's a Pilsner. It's a Pilsner. Right? You know, it's got water, hops, malts, and yeast. And you know, when Heineken does their commercials, they talk about 3 ingredients.
Yep.
They don't realize that there's 4 ingredients in beer.
And what's the 4th? Love.
Water.
Oh. They don't mention the water that they're using.
They don't mention.
Have you been to the Heineken Brewery in Amsterdam?
I have not been.
I have.
We have. Yes, we've both been to the Heineken Brewery.
It tastes good there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it tastes
Listen,
satisfactory.
I like Heineken.
Yeah.
It's bitter here. It's a much more bitter here than it is there. There, it's a different flavor. You still have that base that you're used to, but then it's not. And I don't want to say skunk because when people use that word, it's not really the skunk. It's the bitterness. There's a level of bitter. It's one of the reasons why I did like Heineken for so long.
Right.
Is because it was bitter. It was different than the Bud Light. It was different than whatever.
The Cascade hops.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it gave it that nice. It preserved it a little bit for the travel over, and it ended up giving it that unique flavor that is unique to Heineken. But over there, it is different. It definitely is smoother. There's not as much bite to it,
Right.
And it feels a little lighter. It does. It feels just a little bit lighter, not as heavy, even though Heineken's kind of light as it is. It's a little lighter over there for some reason. I guess over time and the travel and all that. And I guess the reason why they put it in a green bottle is so the light doesn't change the complexity as it travels, even though they're all boxed and everything. I never really got that, but they're not just holding. There's 3,000 people on a boat holding a Heineken waiting to bring it to America. That's not the way that works.
I mean, their transportation costs would be insane if it were.
Just a ticket on the Titanic for each person and the Heineken, and they have to all hand them off.
But it's beer. That beer is very
green
good.
bottles are not the good bottles. The brown is the best bottles.
So why do you think they chose the green? What's the trick?
Marketing.
That just marketing? Yeah, just the color.
Yeah.
And to match the label.
I've been
and
looking
stuff
for
like
that blue cobalt.
Ooh,
just
like
see out there for a
Bud
growler.
Platinum?
So we're trying to do for our 1-year anniversary is create a new growler out of cobalt blue for 64 ounces.
That'd be really cool.
32 ounces.
Does anyone make blue growlers? I haven't seen
32
that.
ounce.
Yeah?
Yeah. The guys over at Garvey's Point use blue.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Yeah,
correct.
But I don't, if the hole's too small and you can't get the beer in so well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's because there's not enough air coming out for the beer to come in.
Yeah, so the whole
you waste more
transfers.
beer trying to get 32 ounces in, and you waste probably 32 ounces of beer pouring 32 ounces of beer.
Right.
So we don't make them available at the brewery.
Could I put this intravenously into my arm?
You really like it, don't you?
I really do like this one very much.
The Centerport is a
I have good taste, right?
So being that nobody's called in yet,
Yes.
can anybody here at this table maybe venture to guess
The other
the Six Harbors?
So we know it is
So
Nate-
Cal Harbor, Lloyd Harbor,
Well, Cal
Centerport.
Harbor's not a harbor anymore.
No, it's
That's the old terminology back in the day.
Cold Harbor isn't Cold Harbor?
no.
You know?
Nathan
Hale is was a patriot.
Right. No. I'm trying to think of the beers we had to go along. It was Nathan.
So we had right.
And then
Centerport.
Yeah, so it's definitely Centerport, and we definitely have Lloyd.
I don't know.
It wasn't Cold Spring because that's part of their harbor on that side, so you got to go to the other side.
No, it's part of Huntington.
It's one of it?
It's part of Huntington Township.
The township, okay.
Yes.
So Cold Spring, that's 3.
I'm trying to go right. I knew the other one.
So you kind of
Huntington
brought
Harbor?
the other one up. Well, there's another one, right?
Yeah, not Bayville.
But you brought the old name up of the new harbor.
Cal Harbor.
Which
now
is
replaced by that's
Northport?
Northport.
Northport.
Okay, so it sounds like there's 5 there now. So Cold Spring Harbor,
Right.
Lloyd Harbor,
Right.
Huntington Harbor, Centerport Harbor, Northport Harbor, and we have one more.
Robert Moses Harbor.
Is it with a town?
No.
Okay, so it's definitely a proper name of somebody then that was named it or a function of something that happened like the
Northport Harbor.
It's I kind of from a geographical standpoint, I can kind of give you a little area. So as you move, past Northport, going north to Ashroken, right on the way out to Eden's Neck. There's
Lloyd's
another
Neck
harbor out there. No, we did Lloyd's Neck already.
Okay, all right. No, that's
it's named after a waterfowl.
Comset? It's not Comset up there, right?
A waterfowl.
A waterfowl.
The fuck is a waterfowl?
Like a fucking goose.
Thank you. Ding, 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 ding.
Duck
Harbor?
Duck
Island Harbor.
There
Duck
you
Island
go.
Harbor. Oh, look at me. A pretty smart guy. Let's
go.
pour another Pilsner. Here we go. Here we go.
Beer makes me smarter.
Beer makes me smarter.
It preserves you, too.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. You know what? I told my wife I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to drink beer. I'm good.
And so did you name all your beers so far? Like all Six Harbors have been named through the beers?
So we have Cold Spring Colch.
Right.
We have Lloyd Harbor Lighthouse Lager, which we had tonight. We had H Street, which is Huntington Harbor Hoppy, which is our double IPA.
Wow.
It's coming up next month, back on the scene. Then we did Centerport Pills, right? And then North Porter, which is our porter beer. Okay, we make that as a vanilla bean and espresso coffee. Or we do a PBJ porter, or we do a peanut butter porter. So we make 4 different porters.
A peanut butter porter?
We do a peanut butter. We do a PBJ porter.
Dude, I want to hang out with you.
Was it raspberry
blueberry.
wheat? A blueberry.
Blueberry. So you drink it, and then you get the peanut butter at the front end.
Yeah.
And about 5 seconds later, you get hit with the jelly on the back end.
Do you need anybody to put rose petals from your house to the brewery? Just a walkway of rose petals. I'll be the guy with the little thing and behind you. Bling.
You'd be like
the harp,
the ring bearer.
Yeah, like the ring bearer.
Yeah,
the harp.
and you just
He's coming to work. Bring, bring, bring.
And then
that would be
then the last
very
one was
sexy. Let me just tell you,
Duck Island Harbor, which we did our Duck Island Doppelbock.
Oh,
so
now
when is that coming out?
It's coming back.
When does that come back?
That's going to come back probably in the spring. That was our dark lager at 7.4.
Everybody, I ask this. I ask this of everybody all the time.
What time do you open? We'll send our wives on their
What's
lunch
your
break.
favorite?
We could open as early as 11, but we don't open till 1.
What's your favorite? I know you're going to say all of them, but what is your favorite that you out of all the ones?
Well, I like wheats, pilsners, and lagers in general.
Okay.
So probably the Doppelbock is my favorite because it was a dark lager and it was strong.
Yeah. We're talking about like
is
an
that
8 to 10.
Is that on tap right now?
No,
is that on tap right now at Six Harbors Brewing Company?
He always has to turn the can
from another brewer. From another one of the Long Island.
I'm trying to get it right.
How many times have you turned that
He's right
can?
though. He hasn't gotten it wrong yet.
I haven't gotten it wrong because I keep going, pausing
looking.
myself.
Smart.
I'm going to do this here, right?
No, don't do that.
Right here for you.
Yeah,
There it is.
There it is.
Right
All
there.
right.
What's something you've had from one of the other breweries in the island the past 6 months that you thought was really great?
Well, I tell you, Sand City makes some great stuff. They make some great IPAs. They really, really do.
It's the one you like, Michael, right?
I like their Southdown Stout.
Okay.
Which is really good. I like that a lot. I like Charlie's over at 1940s. He makes a what's that beer? He makes a
the column shifter.
He does the column shifter. Does the chowder.
Wicked chowder.
Wicked chowder.
I like that one. That was last
very
we like
forward.
That. Yeah, we like that one.
But he also makes a what's that other beer I had with the he does a German Kolsch, which is really good too. He does the rye beer.
Okay.
He makes a nice rye. Scotch rye.
Ooh. I did remember.
We had that. We didn't.
We just had the wicked chowder.
He only brought in the wicked.
Let me tell you something. That was good beer.
It was very good.
And it has been topped off by good beer again. You guys are on a good streak
We've had an
right
embarrassment
now.
of riches.
I am shocked at how the embarrassment of riches have been lately. How they're just getting better and better.
It is, and it feels like every time a brewer comes in, we're like, oh, so this is awesome, and we need to...
And we're not really sitting there trying to be personable and nice to them. We're being honest. They're all
obviously
good beers.
I'm never personable.
Well, you got see, I like that.
You're the one that sits closest to everybody too, and that's
the
thing.
The caramel color.
Yeah. So what do we pour right here?
We're drinking Chaos.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm sorry. My mistake. This is the West Neck Black. This is the black IPA.
Oh. This is the black?
This is the black. Yeah. It's just don't put it in the sun like that. So back over in the corner here. Wow. Put baby in the corner.
Wow.
So a lot of people don't like black IPAs. They scare them off because of the malts. You know, they think it's a heavy beer, but this is lightly malted. You know,
I like it.
People are like, well, how do you get it black? Well, it's just like, malted.
Roast
you roast the grains, just like in coffee. You want a dark coffee?
Like anything else, just a longer roasting time.
But we don't make it very heavily malted. We like to keep it light so you can pull out the IPA flavor and stuff like that.
Get a little bit of the bitterness on the back end.
A little bitterness, not a true heavy IPA bitterness on it, right? And we do it with Citra hops.
This is good.
You like that one, right?
Mark, I'm kind of glad you got out of Wall Street. I gotta admit.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the
you make a damn good beer.
For all that, we'd be not drinking as good a beer as we have right now.
You make very good beers, sir.
I did get a lot of miles.
Kudos. Well,
Did you get to use those?
I still have. I still have about 350,000 left.
Wow. You'll be at Disney next year.
You could go to anywhere.
I hope my wife's not listening. Honey, no, we don't have any left.
Don't start planning now. She's already on the computer. AmericanAirlines.com. We have...
you know what?
Planning our next
every
trip.
Every single one's been just a little bit different than the other, which is
right. Yeah. Well, that's what he was saying. That it's the idea of spreading out and kind of trying to Yes, there you go. And pulling in all sorts of different people.
You'd be surprised. Listen, we get the IPA hopheads in, right? Because they want the 6.5 to 7.4 beers and stuff like that. But I got a lot of people like to have a nice, fresh, crisp, clean
5.2
brewer.
Yeah.
You know, the wheats, the lagers, the pilsners. You know, my Ashroken Ale, which is a amber ale, is 6.2.
We like the lagers. Lagers are like one of the newer up and coming kind of things that you can do stuff with. So people doing IPLs.
The IPLs that Steve does.
It's very, very cool that what you can do to a lager that's untraditional.
Non-traditional. Hey, listen, that's the whole thing of craft, right? So you get all these guys making all these. Listen, I got a friend of mine who's up in Boston. He's got the Cheeky Monkey Brewery, which is on the other side of the Monster up in Boston, Fenway.
Oh, nice.
Right, and he makes a coconut smoothie double IPA at 8.4%.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That'll get you going.
I'm ready to go there now.
But they're coming out with these juicy milkshakes, IPAs, with the
There's a place for those.
And strawberry. And listen, everybody's kind of getting.
I like those every now and then.
They're getting crafty. Right?
Yeah.
So is it more gimmicky or is it crafty?
No, I think it's crafty. I don't know. It's gimmicky.
That's one of those.
It's trying stuff.
Like hot style now. Milkshake IPAs, juice bomb IPAs.
I ask this question of every show. Do you think you're going to get into the cannabis business when it becomes legal?
Probably not.
Okay.
I just I think it's just overhyped. I know Heineken is trying to create a marijuana beer.
Well, they should. They're from Amsterdam.
Yeah, of course, right?
They should have done it already.
Yeah, they probably did.
I think Fat Tire was the first one to get to the open market for it. It's not, it was only hemp. It wasn't really,
right. It was
New Belgium,
real, right?
I'm sorry, what did I say?
Fat Tire.
Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry, New Belgium, yeah. I think they were the first ones that kind of, at least here nationally, market that type of beer.
Well, listen, it's there. It's a close relative of the hop.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure you can take it and you can dry it and
do the same stuff you would do with a hop.
Certain moisture content to it, and try the different moisture contents, and put it in the whirlpool and do it in a dry hop and boil it and try all different. I'm sure. Listen,
what would be interesting is using that.
They're doing it now. So
in combination with other hops to see how it plays off of other juicier hops or stuff like that. Because the one that from New Belgium, the Hemperor was a very I don't know what's the word for it, but just like a trendy beer in a sense to get it out there and people are like, oh.
I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks. Do they have it at the dispensary? Do they sell that stuff?
You could probably find a beer infused
legal there.
with it.
It is legal in the dispensary. You're not allowed to smoke it on the street.
But they would probably infuse it more with like soda and things that don't require like an artisan or some sort of professional to brew.
I want to get a beer down there. I want to see.
They got great places in
everybody
Vegas.
talks about it. I want to see it.
I was looking when I was there in June. I don't know if there's anything.
I haven't even read anything about it. I don't even know no articles.
You would think Colorado would do it too. It's legal there. So
Washington,
no one's really coming out of there and doing it either.
No, not yet.
No.
Or Washington.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't find it, like that impressive unless you're going to use it as one of the many ingredients you could be using.
You just want to use it for what you want.
Yeah.
You use it for one beer, not for multiple beers. I think.
Well, I think someone will probably take that route.
Yeah, absolutely.
But their whole lineup will be some sort of marijuana based.
Yes,
THC
and then you'll
beers,
Sure. Yep.
It would just make marketing sense if it does become legal.
Right.
It'd be a silly thing not to do because then you could probably operate under certain guidelines and maybe cross borders or do something else like that. I don't know. I'm talking about state borders.
It'll be legal nationally before long.
I don't think so, but
absolutely.
it's too much. It's too much for that to be done.
Tax the shit out of it. Go right ahead.
That's right.
Like
brings
alcohol.
money. It's like congestion. It's like brings money. It's congestion pricing in the city.
Congestion pricing.
So we have all 6 harbors now named with the beer.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about this. We were at the last break. We were talking about your holiday lineup with the reindeer names. So tell us. I know we're going to get to the last one, which is Vixen. So tell us a little bit about that story because you were talking about it before.
We're trying to have some fun with it. And, holidays are coming up, and goofing around, and so we just one of our employees she came up with the name of reindeers. Reindeers. Oh, that sounds great. So we can do a Rudolph and this and that, and everybody just started chiming in at the bar, and we started talking about stuff like, all right, we can't make 12, right? We don't have time nor the money.
Oh, well, that's true, yeah.
Right, to do that. So we came up with 3, and once again, just building the base on everything. So we did a lager, we did a winter warmer, and then we did an imperial stout.
Wow.
And so we called it, the Santa's Reindeer Collection. So we did 3 this year. And then we'll do another 3 next year, with different names and different styles, and another 3 the year after that. So just have some fun with it.
So you're going to do like 4 years, 3 different things written. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Great.
And then you could draw it out a little bit, and then you have some new releases, new stuff to experiment with.
Right.
So in that small system that you have there, you can do smaller batch things and experiment.
30 gallons. Yep.
Yeah.
30 gallons. So it's just a little bit bigger than a 1-barrel system, and that we'll experiment with a lot of stuff. And then, when we want to ratchet up, we'll take it and we'll send it down to Brian and say, Brian, okay, because it's just not a 1-to-1 ratio of taking
what you
15
did there
gallons with his 1 barrel or half a barrel and turn it into 10 barrels. Factor it by 20. So
it's still amazing. Graz, did you hear that part of the story?
What?
That he said.
Listen. After
does it start grunting after a while?
After this fifth
Tim the Toolman Taylor on the Wort with Mike and Pete here.
That's right. No, what he's doing, Mark is taking Wort from New Zealand.
Yes,
so
I did hear that.
You did hear that part.
He's got a friend in New Zealand, right?
That goes down there and basically creates that sweet juice before it becomes beer, and has him kind of start the concentrate down there to bring it up here because
so who's taking you to the airport when you got to leave your house?
No, he doesn't have
I have it shipped to me, baby.
Oh, you have it shipped to you?
Yeah, he doesn't go down there and pick it up.
You are really blowing every single one of my angles at all. You just like slap me in 5 different directions.
That's it, man.
But your beer's great. Keep it flowing.
Right. Keep it going.
Hold on.
Oh, come on. Which one is that?
Six Harbors Brewing.
We'll
this is Chaos.
Chaos. It's kudos.
Kudos.
Yeah, so Chaos this is a very interesting beer. This is a West Coast beer. And we named it Chaos because we had a whole bunch of hops left over from other brews. And I kind of wanted to finish everything off, so I got to put everything in a 5-gallon bucket. It was about 5 hops, 5 different hop varieties. We dry hopped it with 5 hops.
Wow.
Threw it on the top of the manway, and we looked down at the bottom and said, okay, what kind of chaos we're going to create out of this?
Yeah.
Hit the name Chaos.
There you go.
So I love TV. We actually, funny story about this. We name our fermenters each week. Each week we name our fermenters.
Brand new name for each one.
Brand new name after each one, after a TV show or a movie. So the first week that we did this, we did Michael, Sonny.
Did the Godfather lineup. Nice.
And so we had a gentleman walked up. He goes, "Hey, what's in the Michael? I want to have that Michael beer." I'm like, "Oh, I'm really sorry about that. That's just the name of the fermenter." And I told him the story. He goes, "Oh, I'm really embarrassed, I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry. Everybody asked about it at the same time. It's like I'm the only one."
Yeah.
But so we have some fun with it with the employees, and we let them name the fermenters, and it's really a great talking conversation point with people. They're like, hey, what's in the Michael, or what's in? We did Seinfeld as one. We did
Jerry.
Yeah, right, exactly. So it's just like, so they start getting on their phones, like, no phones. Got to think, use some brain power here, and
short supply with me.
and then other groups start coming and they hear the story and like, I didn't know about that. So we get people coming in each week, and the first thing they do is they look at the fermenter and see what the names are.
Cool.
So they can kind of guess it.
Yeah.
So
you
it's
got
kind of our
the
little
boom,
thing.
boom, boom. You're like, okay, good.
Yeah, it's our little thing that we do.
That's cool.
And so
keep people
Chaos,
interested, keep people guessing.
Right. So we came out with Chaos. It was a great beer. People loved it. And then it was time to make it again. But the Galaxy hops got it really, really expensive. They went from $15 a pound to $35 a pound.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm too cheap to buy $35 a pound. I'm not, these big, regional brewers that can afford this kind of stuff. So I pulled that out and I substituted with 2 other different hops.
Okay.
So we put 7 hops, dry hopped in Chaos/86.
So what is that like? What does the brewing process look for that? Like you're not, they're not individual boils, but you're not doing.
No, it's all dry hopping. This is all dry hopping.
Not 7 different dry hops.
The 7 different dry hops.
Really?
Yes. So we take
How
take the
long does
list
that
out.
take?
How long does that take? It doesn't take long. It's like putting 1 in versus 7 in or 50 in.
Huh.
It's all dumped in at the same time.
Okay.
We don't dump. It's not like the boil where you put in, for an hour, and 30 minutes, then the last 15 minutes, and then at flame out.
Right.
We don't do that.
Okay.
So, but when we
but is that because you already have the concentrate coming in, and you're just doing some last little touching on the flavor?
No. So
profile?
we do the second half of the process. So the 6 steps to the brewing process.
Right.
So we do the last 3 steps, which we think are the most important steps in terms of taking ingredients and turning it into beer. Right. So we're getting sweet tea. Right. As we like to call it in the industry. We're taking that sweet tea and we're turning that into something.
Yeah, this is some good sweet tea too.
We're turning that into a double IPA, a stout, a lager, a porter. Right. So our fermenters are glycol jacketed. We control the temperature. We do something different from a lot of people out there. We ferment under pressure, 15 pounds of PSI.
Okay.
Right, so we are really kind of putting pressure down onto the fermentation process.
And what does that do? Like, what's the advantage?
It speeds up our process.
I was going to say, it's got to speed up.
Speeds up process. So technically, if we wanted to, we can make a lager in 15 days versus 30.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
And like no difference in end up tasting.
You had it, the Lloyd Harbor Lager.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
So you had
I'll test to it then.
So from production capacity, you could really up your efficiency there if you could.
Yeah, well, our efficiency is 100%. Remember, because we're not boiling off and only getting 65%.
Right.
We're 75% out of a beer.
Right? But I mean, you could turn those.
Well, we could turn it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once we're done with the fermentation process, right, and we've carbonated, we matured it, and then we're going to keg it off as quick as we can, get into the cooler, and start off the next process.
Huh.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, it's definitely so different than any other processes that we're accustomed to.
Is that on tap? Is that on tap, Chaos?
Chaos is on tap. So this is the slight version of Chaos. This is called Chaos/86.
Okay.
Because of the Galaxy hops. That we
86
about,
the Galaxy, right?
Well, no, not 86 the Galaxy, right? Which you could think of it that way, but take a look at the way Chaos is spelled.
Right. K-A-O-S.
K-A-O-S.
Okay, so go back to our fermenters.
You keep shaking that thing. Some foam's going to be coming out of that.
Don't worry about it. He knows what he's doing.
We'll just spray it over the but remember how we talked about how we named the fermenters?
Yeah.
So think of the Cone of Silence, Chief.
Oh, Get Smart.
Get Smart.
Well, I used to love that show when I was a kid.
Right.
The fucking shoe phone.
The shoe phone.
Silent explosives.
So Chaos, that's C-H-A-O-S. K is Chaos, which is the underworld organization that 86 and 99 Chief always fought against.
99.
Yes.
All right. So this is the second in the Chaos series, or the Get Smart series, if you will. Our next variant will be 99.
Look at you.
Then we'll do Chief. and then our last will be the cone of silence.
That makes sense.
Can we do the WKRP?
This will be
in Cincinnati?
Series.
Can we do a WKRP in Cincinnati with a Lonnie Anderson beer?
I never really watched that show too much. That was a little bit.
It was the same. It was Maxwell Smart was the voice of Inspector Gadget.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's. I used to watch that when I was a kid. And my mother liked Get Smart.
I was too old for that. You know, I'm a lot older than people.
Mark, did you like WKRP in Cincinnati?
With the blondie?
Yeah, can we do a Lonnie Anderson blonde ale with a double boob?
We have Black and Tan and the What's Up Hop podcast. Listen, we're on Instagram. We're live right now. Be the 10th caller. Black and Tan, we'd love you to call in. Get 2 free tickets that we're giving away tonight to be the 10th caller. We've been fighting through some prank phone calls all night, but we are up to...
We're up to number 7.
We're up to number 7, so give us a call, 516-465-3990. Go over to gubsradio.com or go over to our Instagram. All our phone numbers are there. Or go on to our YouTube page and look up The Wort with Mike and Pete. And our phone number is sitting there right on the screen, guys. So what's up? What's going on? We got Emily, we got Black and Tan, and we got What the Hops podcast checking in and saying hi. So there you go.
There's a phone.
All right. Well, I don't think we're gonna.
The Wort with Mike and Pete getting
I
pranked
very
all night.
doubtful think that we're going to get
put
a real
them on,
phone
we'll
call.
yell at them.
I don't want to yell. Keep yelling at the children. All right, hold on. Let's see. What's this? So we're Mike and Pete, GubsRadio.com. Who is this?
Coach.
Good times. All right. Goodbye. See how much?
Show. Good times.
Yeah. See how quick that goes. It's very easy
Somebody
to do.
from Instagram is going to call, like Hopped Up or
nope.
Who else is on there?
We got Gimme a Schlitz is on right now.
Give me a Schlitz.
I love it.
That's probably the kid in the car right there.
No, it's not.
Give me a Schlitz.
My grandfather drank Schlitz.
So my father drank Schlitz.
I mean, they had the pull tabs.
Schmitz.
No,
Remember
my
Schmitz
father
in
drank
Pennsylvania?
Schlitz.
Yeah, Schlitz was New York, but Schmitz was Pennsylvania.
Schmitz was Pennsylvania.
That was my grandfather.
Schlitz had the pull tabs.
Well, the biggest thing in the world was when Coors came. You could never get a Coors can. You remember the banquet beer?
Well, that was when it was refrigerated from Colorado.
You could never get it. It was like the biggest thing in the world. And then all of a sudden, one day, everybody got Coors beer at a banquet beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know that Coors, very interesting thing, if we're talking about Coors.
Yeah.
You know, they want to say, Rocky Mountain, made Rocky Mountain. You know that all the beer's not made in Colorado, right?
No, not at all.
It can't be, right?
There's too much of the beer that has to be made.
It's made at Six Harbors Brewing Company in Huntington. That's where it's made.
Yeah,
I
good.
wish.
Yeah. Now you get NEN money. There you go.
No, but quite frankly, what they do is so they can market it as Rocky Mountain water.
Right.
Well, they make their wort with Rocky Mountain water,
and then they ship
their wort.
Look at you.
Any brewery east of the Mississippi
Yep.
gets shipped their wort from Colorado, and they finish the beer at the brewery,
the local
east of
one, the regional one, whatever.
The regional one east of the Mississippi.
Now let me ask you a question. So they ship it the same way that you're doing? Are they still putting
railroad tankers?
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Big railroad tankers, just
shipping
thousands of gallons of wort that are being shipped.
That's unbelievable. There's the Word, Mike and Pete. Who do we got? Goodbye. Yep. Same thing. If they don't answer right away, we're just going to get rid of you. So
I can hear him.
No, I know. He's in the background. They're certainly not smart.
You hear it, right?
They're certainly not smart. For all the
somebody on Instagram, please give us a call, please. 516-465-3990.
Wait.
Mr. Schlitz,
yeah,
call
Mr.
us.
Schlitz is on, and he says, can't take Coors east of the Mississippi back then. That's bootlegging.
All right, but why don't you call?
That's fantastic.
Coors was good, man. Coors, the banquet beer, you could never get it over the New York State line.
That's right. It was bootlegging.
Yeah, it was. If you were able to get that, that was like a gold. You were golden, correct?
Right.
Absolutely.
You were golden.
You were golden,
Colorado.
Colorado.
That's it. All right, so we're gonna not take that phone call because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the people I want to. Yeah, see, I can already see
I
it.
can hear him in the background. I don't understand. It's the
nothing
same.
better to do on a Monday?
No, it's fine. It's a
Dude, it's going on an hour.
It's
Here's what we're going to do. The next time you're going to call,
Yeah.
I'm going to threaten them that I'm not yelling. I'm going to call
There's
them
no
back.
reason to threaten children. They're children.
I'm not
There's
having
no
a good-
one that's above
But
25
I'm not having a good
that
time.
has that kind
That's
of
a
time and effort to do anything. They're definitely not 21. They're children, and somehow or some way.
How'd they get your number? Listen,
That's what I'm. Where did they?
I tell you where they got it. They got it from the fucking AC thing that's going on there. That's
That's
generating
fine.
all
That's
around.
Well, that's fine.
And
If they did
the guy's
that,
probably sitting in his car saying, "Here, Jimmy, call this stupid show."
you know what though? They're listening. They're watching. They know we're still doing it. They know we're still on.
He
So
called me a fucking egghead.
Getting the rating.
They didn't say Graz, you're an egghead. They just said, hey, egghead.
Hey, egghead. Well, he's got a full head of hair. He don't look like an egg. And
No,
he's
he
got
doesn't.
a hat on. You got a hat on.
All right, so what do we just crack here? Because we're.
You want to just?
Hey, there it is.
Hey. Wait. Let's compare.
Yeah.
Egghead against egghead.
Yeah, I got a good-looking head though. Sorry.
You're much better looking than me.
There you go. All right, let's see if we. Hey, what's up? This is the Wort with Mike and Pete. What do you got?
West.
Goodbye. I'm just gonna keep hanging up on it. It's gonna be fun.
Goodbye.
We'll be here till 12.
Was that a real person? No.
No, same guy.
I'm positive.
All right.
If that absolutely was a real person, I'd say call back in, but it's going to be the same fake person that it is.
You
And they'll
might
just
have
keep
to
calling.
continue
So
the show at
let me
7.
ask you these guys. Here's the thought that we're trying to do at Six Harbors in regards to doing maybe like a retro style beer.
Okay.
Not the beer itself, but the beer can.
Okay.
Where we won't have a pull top, but remember the old can openers?
Oh, yes. Like Pabst Blue
my
Ribbon.
my
Like Pabst
dad
Blue Ribbon,
used
right?
to work for Peel's Real Draft.
That's it.
Remember keg in a can?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So I have cases of these Peel's can openers. And I was thinking about doing a 4-pack with the old style lid and giving
That would be
with
cool.
a can opener.
That's a great
That would
souvenir.
be
Right? A little souvenir.
Yeah.
And then you can just deal with it like, what the hell does this work?
The 1 year anniversary.
And you open it up on both sides.
Watch the young kids like struggle to figure it out.
Anniversary,
Yeah,
sir.
all the little kids like, what the hell
What
is
is
this?
this?
There's
I
no
don't know
pop
what
top. How does this work?
They're gonna
Girl,
get-
Bobby,
they're gonna
They're
get
trying to figure out what a CD is.
You know?
Yeah.
On your 1 year anniversary, you could do that. That would be a good idea.
CD's nuts. That's what it's going to be. They're going to be like, what is going on? I don't even understand how to open this beer. They're going to get like a
They have
shaken
to go
up
to
beer.
a class
Yes.
to learn.
Yeah, a gentleman, like a gentleman would do.
Right.
They would figure it out.
It's amazing.
We're going to say goodbye to Instagram for a little bit. I don't know who 106 is, but he has a logo. Hey, what up, Danny Cam 124? I don't know who you are waving at us. Say hello to the guys on Instagram Live. Guys, we're going to leave here for Instagram Live so I don't have to keep holding my hands getting tired. Bye-bye. But our phones are still blowing up. And we'll just leave them on hold because if you are real, you're going to stay on hold with us forever. Forever.
But don't you know the same phone number? Is it the same phone number?
It's not.
It's not? It's different phone
Well,
numbers?
the other one was, yeah. And it's a different line, too. Not a big deal. I'm
Just
not
take
worried
it.
about
Let's
it.
see.
Not worried about it. You want to see? You're
Yeah, let's
interested?
see.
All right, for shits and giggles.
Let Pete do it.
It's the work of Mike Pete. Who's he got?
Yep. See?
Egghead. Right. Egghead.
Good
Still
job.
listening.
Yeah. Still listening. Thanks a lot.
They're having a good time tonight.
They really are.
They're finding
Still
entertainment
listening.
amongst themselves.
Yep.
Good for them.
You know, all you're doing is helping us. You do know that, right? We're going to win in the end. That we
walk out of here.
Yeah. It's not like you're waiting in the parking lot for 4 adult males that are bigger than you are. You tool bag.
And one's got a bad attitude and ready to hit somebody. All right?
He's been drinking all
I've
night.
been drinking all night, and I'm not allowed to yell as per the fucking host's wife.
That's right. Here, you can listen to us. So good for you. Thank you very much for listening.
Here's the Chaos 86. We
Yes.
took out the Galaxy hops on this, infused it with 2 other hops. We had 7 hops in this one. And this is our
That's
West
so
Coast
good.
IPA, and it's got a lot of flavor, not as hoppy, and even though it's got a lot of hops in it,
Mhm.
right? They're very mellow hops like the West Coast, and it's not bitter.
No.
It's
No.
easy,
Smooth.
great,
Yeah.
smooth, flavorful West Coast IPA.
Can I ask you a question? How old? And please don't take this the wrong way. How old were you when you decided I'm getting into the beer business? Even when you were traveling to Hawaii and all this.
Funny thing is, I was looking to get out of my industry, and I was doing a lot of research and looking at a lot of different things, and this was not my first choice.
Really?
What was the first
What was your first choice?
I was either looking to buy a franchise, buy another business, partner in another business.
Where did this come from?
This came from my really kind of came from my
brother-in-law?
my home brewing clubs, and I did some distribution development for my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
But my home brewing clubs, seeing guys go pro out of my home brewing clubs, saying, "Hey, those guys can do it." No, but I mean in terms of.
I'm much smarter than those idiots.
No, not that at all.
I said it, not you. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean because those guys were making some great beers compared to the beers that I was making at the time. But
you guys there?
Oh, wait. That
You
might
have
be
somebody?
something. It's the Word with Mike and Pete. GubsRadio.com. What do we got?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Mark?
Hey, who's this?
This is Steve from Hopwins.
Hey!
It's the hiking boys.
Holy shit. What up, buddy?
Steve, we've been getting pranked all night.
Have you been trying to call?
I know, I've been listening.
Dude, you just made me smile harder than I've smiled in a long time.
Right, winner, turkey dinner.
Yeah, there you go. You are calling number 8, Steve. I don't know what you got plans are, but if you're the only caller for the rest of the night, you come on with us to the AC Beer Fest. If you can't make it, it's fine. We'll give it out some other way. So what are you up to tonight? I know you're supposed to come down with Charlie, and that kind of fell through. Charlie's kind of have it blowing out both ends. So how you feeling tonight?
No, I'm good. I just had to work in Philadelphia today, so I was on my way back, and then just got home and was checking out, seeing what Charlie was doing. Really wasn't getting much worse. I figured it kind of fell through, but yeah, I also didn't want to step on Mark's toes too much. So
no, thanks very much for calling, man. It's awesome.
Mark's got great toes. Let me tell you something.
He does,
and he's got good apparel. I still haven't received. I still haven't received my sweatshirt from you, there, Hopwins. And you were supposed to come. You were supposed to come into my marathon and bring me a keg of beer, but that didn't happen either, there, Hopwins.
I'm going to cut you off if you're going to start offending our guests.
He's laughing. Leave me alone.
You do have a beautiful glass, though, don't you?
Yes, I do. Actually, I drank from it the other day, Stephen. Thank you very much. Steve gave me a glass. Mark, what'd you give me?
Nice tulip.
No, because stop alienating our guests.
Steve, what's going on with the brewery? How's construction going?
Yeah, where are we at?
What's going on?
Yeah, we're still a couple months out. Kind
Okay.
of just driving me out of my mind. But but we are getting closer. We're doing everything we can around that part. But the state should be coming back any day now.
Okay.
And then hopefully we just can finish our build out and
Okay.
get the doors open and start production.
What's the holdup with the town?
We have
greedy politicians.
No, it's really actually our engineer and architect trying to get them on the same page with the town and everything, and then but it's crazy. Like Mark, our build out is very, very tiny. What we have to change to it, it's really just the bathroom, electric, and plumbing. And that's it.
So
we're ready to go.
Listen, give me a call tomorrow because I know the people over in Islip, and I helped the guys over at Flower Island Beer before they closed down to get them going.
Yeah.
And in fact, the inspector was at my brewery on Sunday night.
Really? All right.
Yeah. So he was over, and he's like, anything I can do to help you guys out because we're big on that. So give me a call, and I'll introduce you guys to the inspector.
Maybe make it move a little faster.
And
there.
then maybe it just
Very
gets
nice.
from that bottom of the page to the top of the page.
Yeah.
So just help it move along a little faster for you guys.
Give me half a case of free beer too. All right.
He's
Give me-
got a brewery. He doesn't need
Give me
a-
half a case of
I
free.
got all the-
Give me
I got
half
all
a
the beer I need.
Yeah, give me half a case of free beer. Tell him to come back. He'll give him beers on Friday nights with his family. Let's get this thing going. Come on, man. I want to come drink.
Yeah, we want you open.
Yeah. Come on, Hopwins. I want to come drink with you. Buy a shirt maybe or something.
Come on, we want to make you
There you go.
33.
Steve, let me ask you a question. You guys participated in the Cast Festival over at the Brewers Collective. How'd that all go?
We did. No, that was a great time. We actually did very well there too. They had a little competition, and we came in second. So that was
Nice.
pretty cool.
Who beat you out?
Steve.
Barrage.
Fucking
Yeah.
Steve. That guy. So-
I give him hell after that. Don't worry.
So what did he brew in relationship to what you brewed? What did he do? What did you do?
He had his s'mores beer, which is very, very good.
I saw him at
Yeah.
the a couple weeks ago. He was bragging about that. He figured some new way to get marshmallow flavor in there.
Nitro.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even say what it was off the record. He was very cagey about the marshmallow.
He was very excited. He told me how he did it. We do it a little bit different with our marshmallow, but it came through nice as well.
Yo, Steve, I'm not supposed to alienate any of the listeners.
Oh,
I'm supposed to be nice and everything else. But this Vixen from Six Harbor Brewing Company at an 8.4, it's a fucking killer, brother. This shit is good.
I haven't had that one yet.
You know what? Maybe you should
Started
get
when we
yourself
were there.
open and we can come over and drink at your place.
You better hurry up. It's
Yeah.
going quick.
Yeah, you better hurry up and do it quick. I'm starting to get old. I got fucking bad heart. Let's go.
The other question I got for you is how did the hike? How's the hike and brew going? Did you have a recent?
It was pretty good. Yeah, we did. We had one in Connecticut this past weekend. That came out really well. And we had a couple. The last couple of months, we had one with 40 people there. We had one with we did Dubco after that one, and that had about 20 people there or so, 17 to 20.
Yeah.
And we did one a few months back, right, Mark? Mark's
Yeah,
place
you
over
guys
there.
came to my
Then-
place. You did the local Lloyd Harbor one.
Yeah, we thought we
Greenbelt.
did great bringing. I think we brought like 15 people over there, but then right after we got there, he had a beer crawl come through, and it had to be 100 people there. So we had our group, and we were like, But like, look at us, look at all the people we bring in. Then we
Yeah.
get totally destroyed by. It's like,
bad
but that was a
timing.
really good time.
Yeah, we had to show you up.
Great time.
Yeah, that's cool. So what do you got planned for the next one? You have another one planned coming up?
No, we're kind of throwing some things around. We're gonna do something on the island though. We're staying back on the island.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out which brewery to highlight.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll figure that out.
You guys had any
But from
festivals?
your-
Anything upcoming to plug or what? Where we
Yeah,
where can
yeah.
we check you guys out next?
We have a cast Jennifer Davies Cast Fest that we're doing.
That's at
I think
the,
it's March, April. I think it's April 6th.
Yeah, it's the one
And
that's.
then,
Are we going to that? Or are you going to that? No, you're
That's
not.
the one that's a not a
It's a
sponsorship.
benefit.
Yeah, benefit. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
We're also doing Blue Points Cast Fest, and we're doing the one at Belmont.
Oh, good. You're going to be at Belmont. All right.
Yep.
I might end
we're
up
gonna
there.
do
So, by the way, the one at Belmont is the same day as the Noah Syndergaard Game of Thrones bobblehead giveaway.
I saw that.
It's the same day.
I know what you'll be doing. You'll be going to get your bobblehead, getting out of there, and going to fucking Belmont, put your buzz on.
So what I'm thinking
Somebody
is we're
watch
coming,
the kid.
coming to the early session, and then we're going to just get a quick ride over to Shea or City Field for the night game. It's a 7:10 start.
Oh, dude,
so
that's fantastic.
That's going to be
There
a
you go.
shit show and a half for that day, but we're going to try to make it happen to get those bobbleheads too. It's a good time. So you'll be
We'll
at
have to,
Belmont. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to save you some of our the one that we had at the Cast Fest that came in second. There was our King Zog, Imperial King Zog. It's a coffee.
That was the
stout.
coffee one. That's right.
Cool.
Imperial coffee stout, and so we'll have to save some of that for you, so you can be all liquored up by the time you get to. Shea or City Field
Where
over
did you
there.
end up getting the coffee from for that one, Steve? I saw there was like a
That
poll
was
on Instagram.
King's Coast Coffee, and where are they? I want to say the Shirley. We hooked up with this coffee house, really cool. They got great following, which is nice for us, helps us out, and they have a lot of different coffee blends, which is great. So we can stay with them for quite a while. We do want to use a different coffee every time.
Yeah.
We make that beer, but we can stay with them for. They have at least 15 different roasts right now, so
Oh,
we'll
there you
make
go.
them for a little bit. And also, they will do pretty much anything we want too. It's not that we have that kind of control, but you know what I mean. If we ask them to.
So we're talking hand jobs. That's where we were going. Just right.
Robert Kraft, massage parlors,
Yeah, all right.
Chinese girls. Here we go.
I got where this is going. All
I'm
right.
in.
Of course you're in. All right, buddy. Well, thanks
for calling in,
Thanks for
Steve.
calling
No
in, being a
problem.
legit caller rather than being pranked all night. We appreciate you tying up the phone line so they don't keep calling. And we're going to get back to you soon. We'll have you come down and then hang out for a little bit on a future show. We got plenty of stuff coming up.
I got to get that card back, Graz. So maybe I'm going to stop that limo talk.
There you go.
Hey, listen, you have an open pot. Listen, you could come in anytime you want. You know what the greatest show on Gov's Radio is? I'm trying to get Mark next to me. Charlie from 1940s, he started liking me. Mark's starting to warm up to me now, but he's on his 7th beer.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, Mark gets around 7-8 beers. He starts really warming up.
He just walked away. He just hopped his chair away from me. So it's either my smell or my advances.
Yeah,
Either
one of the
one's
two.
working.
Listen, it's going to take a lot more than 7 beers to get close to it.
There you go.
You know,
Well
Mark,
played.
Go fuck yourself now. I'm a
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon, Steve.
Take care,
Talk to
Steve.
you later. Mark, take care, man.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Steve, we love you.
See you guys.
Later. As we're Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. We are still here. It is our 8th caller. We're going to take 2 more callers, and the second caller coming up is going to win tickets to the AC Beer Fest. We're almost there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here soon.
Again,
maybe stretch myself out a little bit.
You do know you can't call in.
I
You
am
do know
not
that,
an
right?
employee. I do this on a per diem
You
basis.
do know that, like the small print, the disclaimer.
It says, yeah.
Employees of the
You know
radio
what?
show cannot
Fuck
be.
the disclaimer.
Do you have a disclaimer?
No, we don't have one at all.
He's lucky he's trying to get 10 people. We had 9 girls before, you know?
Well, the first few callers were excellent, and then we've come strong since that turned for the worst for the last hour, and I think they lost their steam. So let's see if they can call back.
Why don't you just
listen?
juice
If
them
I
up
say
again?
if I say that means they're still listening.
Oh, here we go.
So it's not the end of the world. We're Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Kim from Tom's River.
Ooh, number 9.
Kim from Tom's River. How are you? You're not one of the people that have been pranking us all night, have you?
No.
No, they're calling in now, so that's good.
Yeah.
They're right behind you.
Yeah, they heard
Number
us,
10, number
which
10.
means they're
Come on,
still
baby.
listening, and I'm so good with that.
And I'm still in the studio, too, so it ain't me.
Yeah, so it's not Graz. So, Kim, Tom's River, New Jersey. So where'd you hear about us? Friends from the girls I called in earlier, or are you separate from the AC Beer Fest, or where'd you find out about this?
Or are you the model from Elmont?
My fiance told me about it, and he said that I should listen and call in because we go to the beer festival every year.
Which one? The AC Beer Festival?
Yeah, we go to the AC one. Well,
Did
this will
you-
be our third year going.
Did you already buy your tickets?
Not yet.
Ooh.
Hang up the phone.
That- yeah,
hang up the
hang-
phone.
hang-
Tell your
hang
fiance.
up the phone.
Hang up the phone. Tell your fiance to call in like 10 seconds.
That's pretty much it.
Tell him to call in 10 seconds.
That's pretty much it.
I'm pretty sure the prank phone call is on the next line here.
So whatever phone you just called, whatever line you just called, call that one again with your fiance, and he'll be the 10th caller to win tickets to AC Beer Fest.
And then you have to say, I love
Okay.
Graz, okay?
All right.
All right, listen. No, and then we want to talk to you both when you call back.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with you.
Oh, boy.
All right, so that was Kim from Tom's River. That's a real call. I'm not taking that one. No, because that's not the real one.
Are you sure?
I'm positive it's the other line. See, I'm not stupid.
Oh,
That's
there
the
you
reason
go.
why we did this. So her fiance is going to call right back on line number 1, which is the other phone number that no one else knows that the prank phone callers are trying to get in
prank
on.
people don't know that number.
No, they don't.
And that guy from AC is like, please pick up, please.
Yeah. I know.
It's really
It's
me.
really a legit
It's
caller.
Really
He's
the legit
like,
call.
come
It's
on,
number
come
10.
on.
It's
You
gonna
son of a
be me.
bitch.
You want to find out?
Do I really want to find out? We could look. This is the Wort with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com.
Oh!
Goodbye. Call right back if you're a real person, and we're going to take the 10th caller. The next caller is our 10th caller, and let's see if that really was it. Govs Radio. Who do we got on the phone?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Larry.
Who is this?
Kyle.
Kyle?
This is the Wort with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Will.
Will! Will,
My
are
fiance
you
just
the
told me to
fiance?
call.
Are you Kim's fiance?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are!
Congratulations. You're going to AC Beer Fest.
Well, what were you supposed to say when you called in? What was the line that pays the pay? What's the line?
No.
The play that pays. I love Graz. Say it again, Will.
I thought you said Brad.
No. It's not Brad, it's Graz.
Well, listen, congratulations. You are going to AC Beer Fest March 29th. It is one of the best beer fests on the East Coast. You're going to
We've
see.
been going for 2 years now.
And do you go all 3 sessions? Do you go to 2 days? What do you do? What do you end up doing?
We usually do the Friday night one.
And that's where you're going. You're going Friday night to AC Beer Fest in Atlantic City at the Convention Center. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
And
Listen.
then you get to see Muse, right? Or
No,
Used.
No, that
The
would be good,
used.
but unfortunately he gets to see used.
All right.
The used.
The used.
The used.
We'll just go for the beer.
Yeah,
There you go.
Good for you.
Good answer.
And so now Pete likes you again.
You got to put him on hold. Do you want me to?
Yeah,
put
I
him
do.
on-
I
you
have
want
to
me
put him
go-
on
You want
hold.
me to go in the other room and get his name and phone number and everything else?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Listen, you got to pick up the phone line.
Not in there?
No, it's not in there. Where do you see the phone?
Oh, I don't.
So here's you go. One of our guests
Producer?
today. Nope, not going to call him a producer.
No, the greatest part of this show is
Nope.
going to pick up the. You know what? Fuck you. I'm just as good.
All right,
Anyway,
let's get this guy's info. So we
Whoa,
don't
whoa, whoa!
fuck this.
Before we do that, let's talk to you a little bit. So you guys are from Tom's River, and you guys go down to AC Beer Fest every year. So tell us a little bit about your New Jersey beer scene. Where you guys like to go visit? What are you guys anticipating to see? Who are you really excited to go see at the festival?
Well, we've been to River Force, but we went to Hawaii. We actually got engaged there, so we love Kona. We always love their beer.
Ah, you got engaged in Hawaii or at the Kona Brewery?
I went there for my
In
honeymoon.
Hawaii.
In Hawaii, okay, all right. And so it kind of means a little bit to you when you get you can have some longboard, you can have some big wave,
Like
you
Big
can have
Wave,
some
yep.
Castaway. I love Castaway. Some really great beers from them, and they're one of the major sponsors, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, it's them and no, I'm not going to answer it now because it doesn't matter. If you're calling and you're listening in, by the way, we already have our 10th caller, so now I'm not going to answer the phones anymore, so you can go fuck yourself. How about
No.
that? Other callers?
You want
I'm
to
not
hear
gonna-
their disappointment live on air?
Yeah, they can hear it
I mean,
live
I
on
kind
air.
of do.
It's fine. All right, so listen, we're going to send you, I got to mail you these tickets, all right? So I'm going to have my producer here pick up the phone and get your information. This is Anthony Grazide from Limo Talk. He's going to be a little loud. He might sound like he's yelling at you, but it's all love, all right?
All right.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Let me get you on hold, and let me get you picked up, and you're good to go. So good luck. All right, so Anthony is taking down the information. He's going to get an address because I need to mail the tickets, all right?
First name?
Mark.
Yes.
We reached the 10th caller. Are you excited?
I am very excited.
Yeah, are you excited like you're going on a cruise? I'm excited that we actually got through it. So 2 weeks ago, we actually we did the same promotion, and we only got up to like 4 or 5 phone calls, I think, in the end.
Wow.
And so this week, despite all the prank phone calls, which now I actually have no problem taking.
Be quiet for a second, Peter.
What?
Be quiet.
Goodbye.
You didn't hang up on it, did you?
What?
All right, Will.
Yeah, no, go.
Say it
I
again.
can't be quiet for a second. We're live on the air. Yeah, we ended up, only getting a few phone calls, and we ended up, basically sending that whole promotion over to the next week, which was this one, and that's why you ended up being the bearer of, the constant interruptions, which are still happening apparently.
Winner, turkey dinner.
That's
There
it,
you go.
baby. Let's start to wrap this up.
Last
So,
beer.
I
drank it already.
He drank it already.
Yeah, me too. I'm on my second cup on this one.
Oh boy!
Yeah,
So
that's good.
tell us a little bit about Vixen.
Okay, so Vixen is the last of the Santarine beer collection.
Right.
She was born technically after the day after Christmas, but we still kept her kind of in there.
Okay.
She's a 8.4
taste
Imperial
that.
Stout. Yeah, it's
It's boozy.
Harumph. It's good.
I like that.
And it's our first stout that we made. Been more of a porter guy, but and this is lightly malted as well. Good taste, and we kind of we kind of ferment under pressure, as I told you before.
Yeah, the 15% PS, 15 PSI.
We had so much pressure under this thing with the it was
908,
so malt in it,
right,
that our blow off tube, right, which is really just gas, was getting all the fermenting foam in coming through like a traditional, blow off.
Yeah.
We walked in the next morning and we had like a pool of foam, right next to the fermenter because this thing was blowing off and fermenting and percolating like you wouldn't believe. So we knew that we were going to get a big beer out of this one with the way this thing was blowing off.
So what kind of adjuncts are in this one?
None.
Really?
Just a straight up Imperial, stout. Just
no coffee, no cocoa nibs.
No nothing. No, nothing.
You had to throw that in there, didn't you? He's walking around. He had to throw cocoa nibs. So let me just quickly give you the backstory. Anthony would love to have a beer made
double chocolate stout with cocoa nibs, and then he wants to be on the cover with cocoa nibs on his nips.
Cocoa nibs. This guy must be saying, "Let me get the fuck out of
this."
Yeah. I'm running out of here real fast.
By the way, thank you very much for taking that information. Congratulations to.
So just roasted malts.
Just roasted malts, USO5 yeast on this. Nothing, just pretty plain. Just a stout. We just wanted to pump it up.
But it doesn't taste pretty plain. I think that's what I think.
Yeah, that's
it has a lot of.
We probably roasted the malts a little bit more than normal, on it. But like I said, it was my first one, so I kind of want to just do some basic.
Okay.
My background is, just let's get this out. Let's just make sure it's good tasting. And then we can play with it later. The chaos is 5 iterations of IPAs that we've been doing at the brewery.
Huh.
So now we feel a little bit more confident in ourselves. Listen,
that makes sense.
You're talking about going from 5 gallons to 310 gallons.
Sure.
Using 2 ounces of hops to 22 pounds of hops. Right. You kind of sit there and going, oh, I don't fuck this one up.
It's an expensive mistake.
It's about $4,000 worth of beer right here that I have to drain down put down the drain.
And that's the other thing. I don't think people realize, the investment that goes into something that could spoil with one mistake. One tiny little thing goes wrong, and a tremendous amount of money is lost.
Right.
So I don't think people even honestly understand that concept until they get into it and start realizing, like you said, you're taking 22 ounces to 22 pounds. That's a ridiculous amount of product that could go down the drain if you don't screw it up.
Think about just when you go there and you go, I'm ordering 22 pounds of what?
Of anything.
And how much does that cost me? At $5 a pound.
Yeah.
So it's of the other things you're like, man, I'm using a lot of water in this place, and you fill up a 10-barrel vat.
Yeah.
Fermenter, 50 cents.
What?
50 cents.
Of water.
Of water.
Yeah.
My least expensive
water.
ingredient is water.
Yeah.
It cost me 50 cents to fill up the vat.
Oh, all right. Well,
that makes sense because my water bill is only like $30 for like 5 months or 4 months, whatever it is. Yeah, it really is.
If you're in Huntington Station, it'd be like 3 cents.
What? So
It's
why is
crazy.
their water bill so much less? Just because of the...
Because they own their own water company.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that.
It's just
huh.
like, you know, in,
that's
what's it,
why you
Rock-
looked at
Rockwell
Huntington
Center?
Station. You could.
They-
You
I
could
just
shoot down
South Farmingdale water.
You know that, or you know, take a look at.
Is it
was
any better?
Rockwell
No,
Center,
it's cheap.
Right.
has their own electric company.
Yes, they do.
So
Do
they're
they
rates-
really?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
they do.
So they're like one of the cheapest rates around ever. They're
Yes.
Are they
One-
buying power? Do they have their own station?
No, they have their own company, which I guess allows them to buy power.
Right.
Right.
They
And-
buy it at wholesale as opposed to retail, and then they don't have to
the
get the
markup, I
full.
guess, is-
Yeah, the market price up is not as much as you get from like
so
a
they pay
electric.
like
It's
one
super interesting. I didn't know
1/10 the
that.
price of what we pay.
Fuck them.
But their housing costs and their real estate costs.
PSEGs
is-
would you be seeing that too?
Yeah, no shit.
Those guys. it's
Those
unbelievable.
those things are really it's going to balance out, is what I'm saying. You're going to pay less for electric, but you're going to buy a house for $600,000 that's no bigger than the house you have now. So
Right.
You'd mentioned USO 5 yeast a couple times. Is that your house strain? Is that what you
That's-
guys use most in most of your
That's
beers?
BSGs we order from, so we don't kind of recultivate our yeast. You know, we're not smart enough for that yet.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we just
Well, you're under a year old.
Yeah,
so.
we're under a year old, so we just kind of it just gets dumped down the drain. We don't kind of recapture it and then restrain it. We'll get there.
Is that what you're using in most of your beers these days? The same yeast, or are you
new yeast?
No, same variety though. I mean,
variety. Yeah, you know, we use the same manufacturer. We use the same brand. We go USO 5, USO 6, WBO 6, 347, Nottingham. You know, we have a variety of different we do, but it's for our workhorse for us has been USO 5.
Okay.
Yeah, we works for us. Works for a lot of beers that we do.
Interesting.
that is very interesting. It's crazy to me to think that utilities play a huge factor in the brewing process. You got to think about water, electric, gas, whatever you guys using to heat your boiling process.
Here's another thing about our process too. It takes about 10 gallons of beer to produce 1 gallon. 10 gallons of water you waste to produce 1 gallon of beer. With our system, we waste 1.6 gallons of water.
because you're using that wort for the wort from New
so
Zealand.
without, hot liquor tank, we don't have a mash tun, we don't have Whirlpool,
I want to come and get a tour, Mark.
So, yeah, it'll last about 3 seconds. Because you come into the place, and the way we look at it, the emperor wears no clothes. We show everything. So we don't hide about what we're doing, what we're trying to do, right? We're very open to people. We talk to people all the time about our process and what we're doing. And people like it. It's like, great, you're doing what? You're fusing New Zealand water and New Zealand grains with, Huntington water and hops here in the United States with New Zealand hops and creating this really different and unique beer.
How did you hook up with the guy from New Zealand anyway? Like, how
A lot
does
of research.
that?
Just a lot of research.
You call him out of the blue?
No. Just listen. Everything's on the internet.
Yeah. So you just
so
reached
I
out
looked
to
at.
him?
I reached out to guys down in South Carolina, guys out in Iowa, who package wort, who sell wort to people, out there. And I just didn't want to just buy wort. I wanted to work with somebody and collaborate with somebody.
Okay.
And create, stuff. And
Work on recipes together.
Yeah, and say, listen, I want to do a sour, and I've never done a sour before. Tell me about how have you done sours? What have you done? Okay, let's try this. Let's go back and forth. So, we text each other a lot. We email each other a lot. Sometimes we get on the phone call. They're going to be out at the Brewers Association conference in Denver this year. We're gonna, see Brian again.
It's in Denver?
It's in Denver.
You need to have a companion? Need somebody to hang out with you for like a couple of days? Maybe.
Sorry, do you want to creep in your hotel room?
You want somebody to carry a bag?
Sorry, I'm not Robert Kraft.
Got you on that one.
All right. Well, you know what?
He'll throw down rose petals as you walk through the.
Where's Steve from Hopwood? I told him I'd put rose petals from his house to his place. I'm not yelling. I'm keeping my voice down.
You're fine. You're fine.
Where's Steve from Hopwoods?
You good?
Call back.
No, don't call back. We don't want any more people calling. We're good on the phone calls. That was a lot of phone calls tonight. And believe it or not, I guarantee our analytics are through the roof because of whoever tried to prank us tonight and whoever tried to have a great time with us.
So we should say thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you watching consistently, listening the entire time.
You handled it very well. I know they would have started cursing.
It says live, but there's no actual. Oh, there it is. Okay, all right.
See what I said?
No, what'd you say? I'm
I
sorry.
said I couldn't handle it any better. I would have lost my mind after the third phone call. I would have.
Yeah,
I would have been on the plane going wherever he was.
So I want to give you the background. So you know I teach 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Yes.
This is exactly how they act. That's how I know
Maybe it's one of your students.
how to deal with them. That's why I said to him, and he goes, no, it's not. It might be. I don't really
I
give
don't
a shit
think
if
it
it
would
was.
be one of your students.
To
They
believe it or
wouldn't try
not,
to- they wouldn't try to do that to
no
you.
one is that cool to do that.
No,
Everyone would be
nobody's
too
that
scared
stupid to wanna-
come in, not knowing that I have caller ID and I have their phone number. I'm going to be honest, they were not local phone numbers.
Plus, you're a good teacher, and everybody likes you.
No,
I've
I'm a
only-
dick.
No, you're not.
No,
actually,
I am.
I met
I'm
a
a
couple.
dick.
I met a couple of people that
To
were your
kids
students.
that don't deserve
Are
respect.
you gonna let me finish?
I want to let you know that I am a tough teacher.
Yeah, but kids that don't
Kids
deserve
don't understand why I'm tough.
I know
It's
why
not
you're
because I
tough.
don't like them. It has nothing to do with
you wanna
that.
teach
It
them.
has everything to do with me trying to do what I'm meant to do, and that's try to get them to be better people
Correct.
in our society.
Correct.
That is my goal.
Correct.
For these 16, 17, 18-year-olds to be better people
you're a
than they
cool-
are.
but-
And I know it's early to do that. It really is early to do that. 16, 17, 18, I was a dick. I know I was.
But you're not. But
I
you're-
never had a teacher like me that did what I did
for them
every single day for them.
Correct. And
They
you're-
don't
and-
understand it. And they never will, and I never want them to.
I keep interrupting you, but I've met two of your students so far,
Yes.
and they rave about you.
I know they do because
And
they
say that
understood.
You're a good man. You teach people very well, and you're very fair.
I am
And
very
that
fair.
That in itself is.
I am very
kids-
fair. And I'll say this, just the last thing. At 16, 17, 18 years old, you don't understand what people are trying to do for you. That's just
I
why
agree.
you're 18 years old.
I agree.
You don't understand. When you get to be 22, 23, 24, and you see the way the real world works, not your little bubble of high school, but the way the real world works,
You
you
realize-
realize what I'm trying to do.
And you're doing a
And
damn.
Thomas was never a behavior problem, and Matt was never a behavior problem. They were there to learn, and when you're there to learn, you get it quick. When you're not there to learn, when you're there to screw around and dick off, you only get it later when you become a little more mature and see how the real world works. Once you see that, you realize I was the fucking nicest guy ever. And I gave so much leeway and so much information. And again, I guarantee those weren't
Who's
my
the
kids.
kid that was working at Guitar Center? The African American kid.
Oh, James Smalls.
Dude, he said
What a
he
class-
said you were
class
nothing
act.
you're nothing but his favorite teacher of
Exactly.
all time.
And I've never changed.
And Norton said it, and Thomas said
In
it.
12 years, I've never changed my approach. I've never changed what I've done. So it's all about the
He's pouring
kids
me
that
more
have.
beer. Shut up! He's pouring me more beer. I gave you like a-
In
I got
12
like
years,
a-
I've never changed the way I do what I do. So in the end, it ends up being that the kids are changing or there's something wrong going on there. Don't worry about it, I'm good. And so in the end, I want to say that these children just need someone in their life, mostly, that are going to try to respect them as best they can. I'm okay. And that try to are there to help. And they don't realize I'm there to help.
Well, now that we've officially bored
Yes,
Mark
we have.
from Six Harbors.
No,
Brewing
listen, I got a
Company.
16-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 21-year-old.
Right.
So right there. So
He gets it.
You know, my middle one, gets it. My other two guys are learning along the way.
And that's what I have the patience for. That's why I was going with. I have the patience for that learning process. I do. I know these people. I know this age. I know it well. I've been around it for 14 years. I know it so well that I know how it works. And I know it takes time. And you just have to be patient with them and try your best each and every day to try to get through
You're a good man,
them.
Michael, and you got a damn good brew show, and you got a damn good companion in Pete, and you've been getting some damn good breweries with
damn right.
Six Harbor Brewing Company in 1940s. Can I ask what I'm going to leave now before you say
No, we're going to get out of here.
Oh, we're getting out of
Yeah,
here?
we're getting out of here.
Who's the next guest coming
All
up?
right, so here's the lineup. We'll do this before we thank Mark. By the way, and I just want to give a quick shout out because we got a couple of messages from people that weren't pranking us that wanted to get through that didn't get through.
I believe it.
Kyle Lorenzen tried to call in.
That used to be the quarterback for the Giants, right?
Was it? I don't think so. No, Kyle seems to like beer, and if you follow him on Instagram, it's KYLELORENTZEN06. So apparently he probably graduated in 06, and that makes him, another 12 years older. So, I don't know, do the math.
30.
So
31.
Kyle is out there, and he just said, I would have been your 10th call if you had hung up with me. I'm going to be honest with you, Kyle. We took Kim's call, and then we took her fiance's call right off the bat. So, I mean, you wouldn't have been
I'll make
10th.
him a deal. He
Yeah.
comes down to Six Harbor.
There you go.
He'll get a free pint of beer.
Hey!
There you go.
So
and
Kyle,
I'll back it up
Tell
and
him,
make
Kyle.
it two. And I'll buy him one. I'll buy him one. Put it on a credit card. Now it's 2 beers.
There you go. Kyle,
Wow.
you're going to get some free beers in Huntington. Listen, I also told him that I might be able to hook him up with the Jersey Beer guys who have extra tickets as well. So if they call into the Jersey Beer guys show or they call into one of the shows that are going to be at the Hopped Up Network media coverage at the AC Beer Fest, he can also win, and I'll put in a good word for him, and I'll let them know that he can still
take my
win.
spot.
No, it's fine.
You got a spot?
We'll figure it out.
No, I don't.
But I'm going to let him know. I'm going to let him know that legitly, Kim and Will won the tickets, and I'm not fucking around because I really do have the phones right in front of me, so I can see them pretty well.
Good job. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Kyle,
Will,
Kyle, you want to come down? We'll go to City Field. I'll have a couple of drinks with you. You get in the car. We'll go over visit the Six Harbors Brewing in Huntington. And then we'll have a couple of drinks with this guy.
All right, so here we go. There you go. So we want to thank Will Malott and his fiancee Kim for winning the AC Beer Fest tickets. We're going to go ahead and send those off to you. And
I got the name right.
Hopefully he signs into the second session. We're not going to be there on that Friday. We're going to be there only on Saturday. We can't get out of work that early to get all the way down.
He's going to call you around 2. Hey, fucking old.
Where are you?
Hey, Mike, I can't get in. These are bogus tickets.
No, I have real
suck.
Like Ticketmaster tickets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of wanted to keep one for like a ticket stub. Yeah, I keep ticket stubs. Anyway, we want to thank for all our callers for calling in tonight, especially the people that were pranking us and listening to us the entire time, because you really gave us some ridiculous analytics tonight, and I appreciate your time and efforts and the stick-to-itiveness of what you guys did. We really want to thank Mark for coming in.
Oh, thank
you,
dude.
Good time. Everything that you had here has been unbelievable.
We want to offer you guys to do your show at our place.
We do. And you know what? Pete was showing me the pictures that you showed.
It's like tailor-made sushi.
Listen,
I'll switch. You take 1940s, I'll take
No. You got to see it's
Six
beautiful.
Harbors.
It's beautiful up there.
It's like a state-of-the-art podcast studio?
Oh, it's going to look great.
Yeah,
listen, Limo Talk is Thursday night.
We want to thank Anthony Graziade from Limo Talk, host of Limo Talk Podcast, Thursdays from 8 to God knows when. Yeah. And he does a couple impromptu shows. Go to govsradio.com and find out all about the scheduling and what's going on the station.
Greatest beer show on Govs Radio. And I got to tell you something, in the United States.
It's the only beer show.
I checked a couple out. You guys are the fucking bomb. The Wort with Mike and Pete is the greatest beer show in America.
Thanks, buddy.
Listen to it.
Thanks,
Hopped Up Network,
iTunes,
govsradio.com,
Spotify,
YouTube,
Laughable,
and GothamGoldGraz.com. Soon to have a little word section in there.
That'd be nice.
I would do
Can
that.
I get a piece of
that?
that?
Yeah, you get a piece of
That's
that.
nice.
And one more thing, if
Yeah.
you want to hear Ray Romano live,
Brewing beer.
Brewing beer, come on down, honey. What are you talking about?
Mark, anything to plug?
Yeah,
Any,
anything coming
events
up?
No, thank you. Anything coming up? No, we're going to be at Belmont.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to be at Belmont
We're
too?
gonna be at Belmont too.
It's going to be a fucking party.
So it's going to have.
It's going to be. I'm going to be honest. It'll be a little shitty.
Listen, we're open up 7 days a week.
Yep.
It's very casual, kid friendly, dog friendly. Beer
Stone's throw
friendly.
away from the
lots of
downtown.
hours. Yeah. Lots of if your favorite brewery doesn't happen to be open the hours you're not convenient for your work schedule. Mark's open 7 days a week, open until
10 o'clock
midnight on Friday and
yeah,
Saturday,
yeah.
8 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
Question: If Mike, I got
open night, Mike,
Mark, I got a
always
puppy
have-
dog. He's a miniature Labradoodle. If he takes a little poop over there,
A little poopy.
will I get in trouble? Because he's known to get excited when he
Well,
meets people.
they have the appropriate cleaning
Listen,
facilities.
We have cement floors.
Yeah, he's like a puppy. He gets excited. He likes people. He's gonna like that place. As soon as he walks in, poop all over the place.
Well, there you go. Let's make sure he poops before he comes into the place.
I'm gonna
Then you'll be
try.
good.
I'll walk him.
We want to thank our sponsors, shirtsontap.com, mybomberjackets.com, Brewers Hardware, for don't go anywhere because we're going to take pictures and we got something for you, for providing our brewers with nice gift cards for last-minute things that they might need for their brewery. We also want to thank our upcoming sponsors from the Tap Handle Company and, of course, Hartwell Woodworking. They're coming up any day now, and we'll announce them on our Instagram. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. It's The Wort, a podcast, all separated by underscores. Or if you go onto Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, you can find The Wort with Mike and Pete. That will get you to where you need to go to find all the information out about upcoming shows. So you did mention upcoming shows. We have March 11th. We're going to have Black and Tan TV in the studio with us. March 25th, we plan on having our friends over at... why'd I do that? Hold on. Crap, I just totally ruined it.
March 25th, we have Sadden Brothers Distillery?
Nope. That's why I'm looking this up really quick, because it's March 25th. We have Po' Boy and Matt
That's right, Po' Boy.
Archamback from the Brewed in New York TV show, who called into the show, but now it's going to be Archambault, who's going to be a guest on our show with Po' Boy. And then April.
Are they going to be filming that show?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. That's
that
not
show?
on. I'll
Is it
say it
now?
again. Yeah, again.
Are they going to film that show?
No, not the Brewed New York people. Black and Tan TV might come on with somebody that they do some video with.
Really?
They might, yeah.
I'll wear something very
sexy.
very sexy and
These,
snug.
These are big players. You got to see
yeah?
these guys. They're fun.
I'm
yeah.
coming in. I'm gonna have my.
They're good
A-game.
personalities.
Pete, I'll be good. I promise. Pete's giving me.
And
Pete,
then
I have a feeling that he's never good.
No, you're right. You've successfully.
About as well behaved as he gets.
Did you have a nice time tonight? Did I make you laugh
sometime.
slightly?
That was great. You made me a little nervous and so close to me, but
I have that. I have that way on everybody.
Yeah, he does that. He does that to people.
But I'm glad you're okay.
Yes, there you go.
You're a good guy.
So, April 8th, then we have the Sadden Brothers Distillery from Brooklyn, and we're planning on having probably another brewer in with them. And then April 28th, we have WA Meadworks from Lindenhurst coming in.
Yeah, those
so,
guys make good meads. I've already tried them.
Like a block away. So, I'm right in Lindenhurst.
My dad had a business in Lindenhurst for 35 years.
Which one was it? The bike shop that 27A is in?
It was no. It was the salvage yards.
Oh, okay.
By the sanitation department. Small Car Experts was the
right over there.
salvage place right over there.
He grew up in Lindenhurst.
I grew up on Albany Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was on Albany Avenue, right across the street from the sanitation department.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah, it's right
Small
there.
Cars.
Yeah.
Small Cars. So now it's another place that we sold out to, but we had all the Geico contracts in the five boroughs.
Oh yeah.
So it was great business.
Done.
Great business, and then just got
So we have a packed lineup for the next few months, and we plan on now scheduling. We're looking for May and June, so we'll do that. You could check us out again on our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook. Listen to all the replays on our replays section. And anything else to add, Pete?
Not a thing.
All right. This
Don't
is where we're
forget to
Mike
have
and Pete.
your pet spayed and neutered?
Yeah, no.
Is that a thing?
No, that's a Price is Right thing.
Bring a pooper with it.
Yeah. This is where we're Mike and Pete, GubsRadio.com. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you again on March, 8th?
Sure.
March 11th
Whatever.
with Black and Tan TV. This is where Mike and Pete. We out.
Good night.
Well, that's 2 hours of your life that you'll never get back.
Are you kidding me?
Please hang up and try again.
This has been the Wort on Govs Radio. I hope you're drunk enough.